Shut up, Robert.
What is happening, guys? Happy Gravy Day. It's Past the Gravy, episode 367. We got a doozy for you. Today. Pat's already taking shots. We're not even 30 seconds into the podcast, and Pat has just taken...
It's been one of those days.
...shot of whiskey. I need you to tally how many shots you take down. So that's one. Keep a tally.
No, actually, I don't even know why I poured that shot. I'm going straight out of the bottle today, guys.
Oh, okay.
It's cheat day.
Right,
I don't need to track it.
Now make it difficult for us. What's happening, guys? Good to be back with you. I know we did have a double episode week this week, so hopefully you enjoyed the Monday episode with former Past the Gravy co-host John Joffrey. We got a little drunk in that one, didn't we, Pat?
I mean, I thought I was okay, but I also have not re-listened to it yet. Plan on starting that tonight. So, no comment.
Robert, you had the unfortunate task of editing that after I sent that piece of work over to you. What would you say our drunkenness scale of was on like a scale 1 to 10?
Well, I'll say that I think it's weird that he decided to break one of his own chairs to kind of keep that tradition alive. That apparently is one.
Yeah, that is.
That's John. He's a peculiar guy.
He starts a tradition, and I'll tell you what. To his credit, he sticks to him.
Like every single time I'm on a Past the Gravy episode, I'm going to break a chair.
It is. I mean, it's a very expensive habit that he's doing. It's more expensive when it's his own chair. So luckily, it was not a chair in here. He couldn't get to me, but like from now on, if John ever comes over again, I think I'm just gonna get those blow up chairs. So it's like when it pops, it's just like cool. That was 30 cents or whatever it was on Amazon. I'm not spending.
No, John just has to sit on the floor.
He just sits on the floor. We pull the microphone all the way down. They're like, no, you're gonna be fine. You'll be fine here.
Yeah.
Deal with that, please. No, you cannot sit on the trunk.
Either that, or we'll have to we'll have to rearrange for that episode and just do it from your couch.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we might have to do that. We got a fun episode for you today, though. We got a lot to talk about. We're going to take another stroll down memory lane in our time machine club. We're going to talk about baseball. This is the first, full week into baseball. And, before we get into it, I don't want to, get crazy, but just, as a gambler, as a degenerate gambler, I am just so happy. I'm back in my rhythm. I get up, I go to work. At the end of work, I go home. I check the lines, and I'm like, okay, love this one. I always pick a couple I love, and then I start crossing out the ones I don't 100% trust. And then set up a parlay maybe or not. But it's like I have my gambling routine back. And that didn't happen when it was just soccer and just MMA. It was like, okay, these are the days that I'm going to do this. But it's like every day now I'm like, let's check out those fucking lines. So it's like things are starting to feel like they're coming back to normal, even though they're not at all. But this is a little thing where it's like, please don't cancel baseball season. Just please let us finish this season out. Just give me this, because I feel like a normal person right now that's not stuck in a pandemic.
We can just leave Miami out. That's fine.
They're not good.
It's not going to affect anything. And what we'll do is so they don't they get the third pick. They don't get number 1. We'll give them the third pick, though.
No, how many COVID positive tests do they have? However many COVID positive tests. 16
now.
Subtract that number from the rest of the league, and then 16? You get that. So, yeah, you'd be in the 16th.
They'd be
you get
16th.
The 16th pick. You get the 16th pick. That's just where you go. But moving on, we got that. We got Not Cool, I think, is going to be a killer segment.
Yeah.
There was some not cools between just the group of us three that happened this week that I think are going to be very interesting. Pat had a not cool before the podcast. But
today.
Then we're obviously
mine always seem to fall questions on the fucking day of. That's how it always happens.
Yeah, which is always tough where you're like, I am really because I don't know about y'all, but I walk around all week. I'm like, okay, not cool. When something happens, I'm like, there's my not cool for the week. I found my not cool happened on Saturday. I was like, got a not cool already. Nice. But there's sometimes where it's Wednesday, and I'm just like, what happened to me this week that I can say is not cool, that I can rant about, and I have to find something that's not as good. It's a not cool, not as cool, not cool. But those are the coolest not cools because it's really not that not cool. If you catch my drift, fellas. All right, let's move along before I twist my tongue anymore. But let's go to the PTG Time Machine Club. We used to do Where You Been. Now, since we're in a pandemic and we're not really being anywhere, we are just going to look up a year, pretty much on Google. We pick a year at random. Like today, I straight up picked it this morning. I was like, hey guys, this is our time machine year. We're gonna go look at everything that happened that year and then just discuss it like we read a book. But we didn't read a book because we're not nerds and it takes way too long. So it took us about, I'm going to guess, like 5 minutes of research. We all jotted down a couple ideas.
Give or
this
take.
is us discussing that. And because I got to give a shout out, our boy Andrew Green, host of The Time Machine with Andrew Green on the Pass the Gravy podcast network. He picks something nostalgic every single week and discusses it. It's a different topic each week, and it's a pretty dope podcast. It's The Time Machine with Andrew Green, an official member of the Pass the Gravy podcast network. And make sure you go subscribe, give Andrew's podcast a listen because it'll be a good time, I promise you. This week, we're going to talk about the year 1954. I don't know why I picked 1954. It was my week to pick, and I just was like, I don't know. We have, like, I think we've done 60s, we've done 70s, we've done 80s. We did 2001 last week, or 2000 last week, but it's like, we didn't do anything in the 50s. Why the fuck not hit 1950 something? And I was like, 54 is a random number. Go with that. So 1954, I can lead off if you guys would like, because Brown versus Board of Education, that they finally made a ruling on that, and that was a very big deal. Very big deal. One of the biggest deals, I would say, because it desegregated schools, which was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I mean,
Not a fan of that, Pat?
no, I'm just saying, I thought you might give it a little more than that was nice. I mean, I would probably say that was historic. That was
it was
important.
historic.
That was necessary, but you just said that was nice. So, I think we know where you stand.
It was nice that they did that. I mean, I remember they had the what was the movie where the girl,
it was nice that we finally allowed them to have the same schooling and rights as us.
Well, no, there was a movie
nice.
I remember we watched in school where it was depicting that they had like an experimental case where they're like, all right, we're going to send one African-American girl into an all-white school and just see how it goes. Spoiler, it didn't go great. Like they had like protests out there. The same people that probably not want you to go protest things right now were protesting that a African-American child went to school with their children. And they're like, how dare that? Like, what the fuck? That was 1954. That's crazy that was really in history not that long ago. And
not at all.
Like a crazy thought to some people. But Brown versus Board of Education, huge win for racial justice, I would say. And just it's crazy that it was that late in history that happened. What would you guys get?
I'll go next. The Senate finally censored Joseph McCarthy, bringing an end to McCarthyism, which, if you guys didn't know, was basically his witch hunt for communists in the United States, which started in 1950.
Where he just basically would be like, Pat Dion is a communist. And they'd be like, fuck Pat Dion.
Well,
he's done.
I've got the timeline right here. In February 1950, he just makes this claim that he's got a list of communists working in the State Department. They formed a committee and found that was bullshit. It was all lies. So then he retaliated by saying that the guy who ran the committee was a communist or communist sympathizer.
Anybody he didn't like, pretty much, he was saying was a communist sympathizer.
Yeah, then it just kind of keeps going back and forth. And like I said, this takes 4 fucking years, and he keeps calling people communists, ruining lives, putting out like blacklists of people in Hollywood. Like, he was just going after all of Hollywood. Like, I have to assume he was taking bribes from people to be like, dude, don't call me a communist. Or like reaching out like, if you don't pay me.
If you call this person a communist.
Yeah.
Then
but he was ruining careers of people by going, well, they're a communist, and it took them forever, but they found out it was all bullshit.
This was like the origin of just made up claims that people go with.
He died 3 years later in 1957. So good. Fuck that guy.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Fuck
that guy.
He was the communist all along.
He really was. He really was. You think my way or no? What'd you learn about 1954, Robert?
Apparently, the Tonight Show premiered this year, 1954.
Yeah, dude, and it
I didn't
wasn't
realize it was on that long.
and it wasn't Johnny Carson either. Like, what was the guy's name? Steve something?
Yeah, I didn't write his name down because I didn't figure it was important. But yeah, that long ago.
Hold on, I had it somewhere.
I was
Pat,
trying to be
you
clever.
go with another one, Pat, while I look it up. No, it's Steve Allen. Steve Allen was his name. But Pat, you can go again.
Okay, I'm going to go with 1954. Also, Ellis Island closed. It was no longer a point of immigration. So I guess at that point, it just became basically what it is today, a tourist attraction.
Yeah. Did they turn it into a museum right away, you think?
I don't know.
I would assume
Full
not.
disclosure, I before we started and I pulled it up on my phone and looked up things, I typed in 1956. So I'm kind of, just as we're doing this, I'm trying to get until you guys are
really
talking.
behind the curve on this one, guys.
But hey, I have held it together so far. I just want to be honest with the Gravy Gang.
No, that's not bad at all. At least you're being cool about it. First issue of Sports Illustrated came out, so that's great. I definitely did not think Sports Illustrated was that old. But then also the words "under God" got added to the Pledge of Allegiance, which was big then, I would assume. And then Armistice Day. It was Armistice Day then. They renamed it Veterans Day to honor World War I, World War II, was it Civil War, and the Korean War veterans. So I guess I've heard Armistice Day. I did not know that used to be what we now call Veterans Day. I thought that was just like, I thought Armistice Day was like in other countries they called it that or whatever. But like I don't know. So that was pretty cool.
I didn't know that either. What about you, Bobby?
The first organ transplants were done in Boston and Paris.
What organs? Do you know?
I don't know.
Penis.
It was probably penis.
I would assume it's something like kidney or liver.
Yeah, probably one of those where like if you fuck it up, you still got another one.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
yeah,
this was Operation Castle. It's the year of Operation Castle at the
Bikini Atoll.
Yeah, which is basically where we just dropped a shit ton of nuclear bombs, and then we found out later that that's what created Godzilla, but that's a different story.
Mm.
But yeah, this is where we basically just chose some islands and fucked them up with radiation forever. And we're like, well, we gotta. It's been 10 years since we bombed something. We gotta figure this shit out.
So I looked up Bikini Atoll. Like, I was like, where the fuck is it? I just assumed it was some island, like, near Hawaii or whatever. They were like, yeah, we'll never be over there again. Let's fucking use it. Do you know, does anybody off the top of your head know, like, where it is?
Isn't it, like, middle of the Pacific?
It's, like, by, like, Australia.
Okay,
which I guess would kind of make sense because it's sort of towards Asia. You know, it's, like, above Australia. And it was just, it was a remote island. So, like, they had, like, if you're going to find a place, where was it? Like, weren't they in, like, Arizona when they were testing out the nuclear bomb?
In New Mexico.
The atom bomb. Yeah. Okay. Well, they were just like in the desert, which is like, I always thought that was weird in school. It's like, wouldn't like a desert, like, don't people live there now?
Well,
and
now.
Like isn't that like, bad that you're living on top of like nuclear test shit?
Well, back then it was a desert. It was like you couldn't grow anything there anyway.
Probably
so
bad
no
to
live
live there, wouldn't you assume?
I mean, if you had a base out there was like base housing, but back then it was just a fucking desert, man. It was just nothing.
I just wouldn't want to ever move to some place that was like, yeah, this used to be a nuclear testing facility.
Yeah, me either.
Like, no matter how long ago it was. Like, if you were like, Alex, we got a job for you in Hiroshima, I'd be like, pass.
Yeah.
No,
I'm good.
Like, no, it's fine now. Like, I know. I'm not gonna. I don't want to risk.
Am I gonna be there longer than 20 minutes? Yeah, I'm out there.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Do I have to wear a mask the whole time? Probably. I would probably have to wear a mask.
No, you'd have to wear a body suit, not a mask.
But Bikini Atoll, is that where they got Bikini Bottom?
I believe so, yeah. Well, there's conspiracy theories that was a thing and that SpongeBob and all of them were just like mutated versions of a sea sponge and a star and a squirrel. And that's what it was. I don't know if that was ever like confirmed behind it, but I've read that theory. And I choose to believe it.
As you should. I always love the like conspiracy theories of like what we really were learning was that, you know, Bryan Cranston's character in Breaking Bad was really just him in witness protection is Hal from Malcolm in the Middle, and you're like, okay, like what mental like gymnastics did you just have to do to like come up with that idea?
Well, it sounds fun. I mean, we're not even going to talk about the fact that the second one, he's 20 years younger and has kids that are 16 and remember him.
Well,
and
it's
he
his different
doesn't
life,
have
bro.
cancer anymore.
Bro, it's his different life. All right.
But bro, the proof is all there. Like both of them, they run around in their underwear. So like the proof is there.
I love
Did
that.
you guys
but,
see
like,
that sketch that he did? That where he
No.
does wake up to his wife and like, I just had the strangest dream. I think he did it for like the Emmys or something. But yeah, Brian Cranston did a sketch where
That's
like
awesome.
they connect
That's
that.
awesome. I do like that. I just think it's funny. Like I remember when somebody did the like, this is who the Office characters would have voted for. Who would have voted for Trump in the Office? It's like, hey man, it's not a real show. Like it's not a real thing. Like these people didn't have the opportunity to vote for anybody because they're fictional characters, and the show ended before any of this happened. So you spending 6 hours of your life trying to decide if Andy would have voted for Trump or Hillary, kind of a waste of time. I mean, I'm not as somebody that wastes a lot of my time doing dumb shit. I'm just saying that's kind of a waste of your time.
Yeah.
To get out early on that one.
I've got another one, but I can't say it. So it's U.S. operation, and then the word starts with a W, but I can't say it. But it's started on July 17th, and they sent back to Mexico almost 4 million illegal immigrants. So think of a word that I can't say that might be referring to Mexican Americans that starts with W, and this was the name of the operation.
So it's like would you say it would be like the opposite of like the opposite of a dry front, maybe?
Yes.
Okay.
Holy shit! I'm reading through this and I saw that and I was like, I mean,
yeah,
I can't
that
believe
is a
it was
super problematic name.
It was 1954, so I can totally believe that they called it Operation That, but also like, god damn, I can't believe they called it that. Like, fuck.
Yeah.
If you guys can't figure out what we're talking about still, then
just say what happened in 1954 and go look it up and you'll find it.
1954 deporting Mexicans, and you'll find the operation.
I learned that 1954 was it Dwight Eisenhower. He
did a lot.
Signed into law the Social Security bill. So, you know, all that money that we've been paying from our paychecks every single time that we promised, like when we're older, we'll get it. But when
we're not going to get it.
Ourselves are older, it will be gone. And like, I don't know how much longer Social Security has, but like, there's no chance we get to see any of our Social Security.
No.
Like, what do they do at that point?
I hope it lasts until a day after I die. Because I'm selfish.
But like, I'm not trying to get like political or like even discuss anything about that. But like, what happens when it runs out? Like, is it just like, so that's not a thing anymore?
Hope you saved.
Right. Like that. Is that just like what's gonna happen, or is it gonna be, hey, this is winding down? Here's some thoughts, or like, are there gonna be stimulus things that are handed out? I know stimulus checks are very big right now. Do you get like a makeup Social Security stimulus check? I feel idea.
Like eventually it's going to have to be fully government funded, and they're just going to pull from other taxes as well, would be my guess. Because you can't just suddenly not have it when you've told people, hey, I know you've been paying into this for 65 years and now you count on that money, but it's not there. So I think eventually
there's going to be somebody that's got, it's like, yeah.
Taxes will be raised probably at a couple points across the board. They'll still tax us for it.
Mm-hmm.
But then they'll also get funding from somewhere else. Like we'll get specifically taxed for that, and then just regular tax dollars will also go towards it as well.
Because obviously, like, I would rather it end sooner than later, because then it's like, then I don't have to pay into it. That would be tight. I would be cool about that. But like,
no, you're always going to pay into it. They're never going to stop charging us for it.
Yeah,
they're just going to also go, well, you're not paying for all of it now.
Now you just
the
don't get that
government's
later.
Also going to pay for it, and we're like, well, motherfucker, we fund the government, so yes, we're still paying for all of it.
Shh, Pat, stop saying things like that.
That's what's going to happen.
It could
the same year, President Eisenhower.
I was just going to say that.
Oh, yes.
I was just going to say that, like, I feel like there's going to be a group of people that it's like I was obviously not there when they changed the drinking age from like 18 to 21, but like imagine being like 17, you're about to turn 18, you're like, hell yeah, I can finally drink, and like actually no, the drinking age is 21. And wait,
So imagine being all the
like
kids
this is
that are
my
18
time,
and 19
but
right now.
when you
That
hit
all of a sudden they couldn't buy tobacco. This
but like
just
that's not as
happened
big.
again.
It's just not as big of a thing. But like imagine being like 64 though, and it's like, all right, well, don't worry, you have Social Security to fall back on. Like, hold on a second. Actually, no. Believe it or not, that's not good anymore. And you're just like, what the fuck have I been paying into? And I'm the first group of people that doesn't get this. Like, I would be pissed. I would be pissed.
I think eventually, if they do it that way, they'll have to say, okay, everyone born from this day on, you're not going to get it. Or anyone who's at this point, let's say 14, because you're not working yet and you're not paying into it. Anyone after this cutoff day, going forward, you guys will still pay Social Security and you'll still get it. But anyone younger than this age, that will no longer be taken out of your thing. That's the only way they could do it.
I feel like such
Or
an
like my
idiot
previous
when it
one,
comes
to
to
where
that
they would just
stuff.
keep doing it.
Like when it comes to taxes and Social Security, it's like there's TurboTax, there's H&R Block, there's you see how much your Social Security gets taken out. But like if you ask me to explain like a lot of that stuff, I'm like I don't know, man.
No
like,
fucking.
I'm just a part of it. It's numbers, math, and then I think I get it sometime. Like when I have my tax return, I type in these things to this equation, and it says you get this much money, and then I say, okay, government, here you go. Like if I didn't have that, I would have no fucking clue what to do.
I mean,
anything
I
else
don't have anything to do. I was just going to say President Eisenhower made the Communist Party in the United States illegal.
Probably because that fucking McCarthy.
He signed an act.
Son of a bitch.
He signed the Communist Control Act outlawing the Communist Party in the United States. So any of you guys that do that now, stop it. You're breaking the law. Stop it.
Well, I guess Bernie Sanders must not have been around then. Am I right?
Except Bernie Sanders probably babysat President Eisenhower when he was a kid.
Bernie Sanders was actually 64 in 1954. He was 64 years old, believe it or not.
He started Social Security because he wanted money.
He invented it.
So guys, you're not allowed to be communist. Cut it out.
I also found out that Swanson introduced, and this was a game changer for the whole wide world, and it's ever since. Like I don't think that the like quick eating game has ever been the same. TV dinners. Swanson put out the first TV dinners, and it's like TV dinners were like, yeah, that was a huge thing for a while. I would still say TV dinners now are like any frozen like meal you can just heat up real quick. Like that was.
We just don't call them TV dinners anymore.
But that's basically what they are. You know, a Hot Pocket is a TV dinner if you think about it.
Yeah. Well, pretty much everything in the world's a TV dinner now because everything's done in front of the TV.
Yeah, we have a dinner. I guess it's not a kitchen table, but we have a table in our house that like Emma uses for work. The other table I use for a podcast. We eat on our coffee table every single night. I never have once eaten on the table we have that like in the living room. I've never once eaten on that. I have eaten on the table I'm recording this podcast on, but
that's just grinding, man. Point. Rise and grind.
Yeah, I'm just working, bro.
No, I always make it a point to eat at the table.
I wish I.
Yeah, well,
that would be a
you're
good
a
thing to start.
person, Robert.
Yeah, you're a better human being than all of us. So real cool. Robert's a good guy.
We eat at the table when I'm at my parents', but like half the time we also just eat in front of the TV. I don't even have a fucking table here. Like I've got a table. Did you ever have
TV trays? Like, did your family ever have TV trays? I remember that was a big thing in the Middleton household. My parents were yeah.
I'm using one right now.
I'm talking about.
I also have two out there.
But you have that. But like when I was growing up, that was like a big deal in the Middleton house. Like my parents were very good about like my mom would make the dinner. We'd sit down at the table. We'd eat as a family. And then like there were times where it was like, oh, maybe it's a Thursday night or whatever, or a Friday night. And hey, do y'all want to just do TV trays? We're like, what? And you'd go to the closet the TV trays were in. You'd pull them out. You'd unfold the tables. You'd set up the four. Like me or my brother would have to alternate who did that because we'd set up my mom and dad's. And then it's like, we can just sit around the TV and eat dinner. How cool is this?
I have no proof, but I'm going to say that's a white person thing.
It does seem like a white.
It does.
person
It
now
does
that you point
seem
it
very
out.
white.
That's a very good. That needs to be a bit that Robert does from now on. Be like, that's a very white person thing, Alex and or Pat.
That's mighty white of you, Alex.
Quite what?
No, we didn't have. I think we had some like in a closet. We never used them. Those only came out for like dinner parties and shit like that, where like you just needed something to set stuff up on. Like we probably use it as like a cocktail table before we use it as like an actual TV tray. But now I've been buying these since college now. I fucking keep them around all the time.
Well, that makes me really want to get one just for like I have another computer that I want to like I would just run sound off of, and then I could just do everything else with the computer I'm talking on right now. And if I just had a TV tray, I could just totally do that. Like that'd be perfect.
I bought this one at Walmart probably like 6 years ago. It's sturdy.
And here I've been looking at like the $60 like DJ like side trays where it's like, oh okay, I can just adapt it. I can set it to the side, but no, just get a fucking TV tray.
It's been a long time since I bought it, so I would say it's probably like in the $12 to $16 range. But I would say it can't be more than like $24.
If I go on Facebook Market, I'm sure I can find one for like $3 that someone's throwing out.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, go to Walmart, like look it up, and they're cheap as shit.
So yeah, that was pretty much all I had for 1954. Oh, Jackie Chan, John Travolta, and Condoleezza Rice were born. That was the only other thing I really had. But 1954, honestly, I picked 1954 because I know nothing. I know nothing off the top of my head that I can say happened in 1954, and I learned quite a bit. So that is the whole point of the PTG Time Machine Club. If you'd like to participate, hashtag PTG1954. Go look up what you can find about what things that happened in 1954. Hit us up at $10. The Gravy Pod. It's easy. I got that.
Yeah.
I got that easily. But yeah, hit us up. Hashtag PTG1954 at Pass the Gravy Pod. I'm at Alex J. Middleton. Pat's at Not Pat Dion. Robert is at Robert Barbosa03. Let us know what you guys found about 1954. And it's like a book club, but it's just a time machine club. So that was fun. And without further ado, why don't we move on to our next segment. That is the Comeback Kids segment, brought to you once again this week by our very good friends at Southern Star Brewing Company, the best beer in the entire world. And gang, we're going to need you to help us out, Gravy Gang. We're going to need the Gravy Gang to help our brothers and sisters over at Southern Star out because times are tough. Like Pat, you work in the restaurant industry. You know that like shit's getting shut down. Like bars. Greg Abbott doesn't want bars open. And I understand you got to like socially distance and all this. But I think that like Southern Star being open, socially distancing. I've been up there while they were socially distancing, and I came back COVID. I tested negative for COVID. I felt very safe there. Everything was socially distanced. They weren't using the glass. They were using the plastic cups, the one-time use cups. They had food trucks out there. Like, they have food. They're just not the ones personally serving the food. And that's the whole thing where it's like the 51% law, which is, I think, kind of bullshit. Again, not to get political, but, you know, this is really hampering our buddies at Southern Star as well.
I don't think that's political. I think everyone can agree, give us our fucking beer.
Right, and it's like you don't. And if you don't want to go to the brewery, you don't have to go to the brewery. But they should have the right to work. They should have the right to have their brewery open and have people come in there and try their delicious beer. Their new Valkyrie, the double IPA they just put out. Fuck yeah! Why would you not want to go try that? I haven't gotten even to taste it yet. I'm super stoked to try it. I'm not even a big IPA guy, but it's like anything Southern Star puts out, 100%. I'm going to not hate. I guarantee you that. I've never tasted a Southern Star beer. I'm like, ew. They don't make beer like that. They make the best beer. If you like anything, any kind of beer you name, I can tell you a beer from Southern Star Brewing Company that's going to make you very happy. They got the Strawberry Bombshell Blonde. They got the IPAs. Oh, the Conspiracy Theory IPA, the Subatomico Juicy IPA, the Bombshell Blondes, my original favorite beer, the Le Mort Vivant, the Valkyrie I just talked about, the Octoberist Russian Imperial Stout. There's something for everybody at Southern Star Brewing Company.
Didn't they just do a run of Oktoberfest too?
Oktoberfest, they're brewing, or that's I think they're canning it right now.
They're canning it right now. That's what I saw. It's never
about
too
to be
early
in
for
stores.
Oktoberfest beers.
Southern Brunch is about to be in stores. It's awesome. And I'm so excited for our boys at Southern Star. But like, really, we got to help them out, and they help us out all the time. Those boys are our dogs, guys. Like they come to bat for us. They got our back, and we got to have their back too. I know the Gravy Gang loves beer. I love you guys, and I know you guys love Southern Star too. 3525 North Fraser Street up in Conroe. Go get your beer to go. It's awesome. Tell the gang, like, hey, what's up? Pass the gravy. pass the gravy, bitches. And they're like, oh, we get you. They know the Gravy Gang represents. But Southern Star, to help them out, they are going to be having a beer and barbecue benefit for Southern Star on August 22nd. That's a Saturday, August 22nd, 3525 North Fraser Street up in Conroe. Beer and barbecue to benefit Southern Star. I mean, there's breweries. I'm seeing breweries closing all around town. And Southern Star, luckily, they are a bigger brewery. They're a better, I mean, like, you know, I think they're more well-equipped than some other breweries, clearly, to like handle something like this. But this is hurting everybody. It's hurting everybody's pockets. Like, we just go buy a case of beer. Buy a case of beer, and it helps small businesses. And this is all about supporting local. Why would you not want to go support the best beer in the whole fucking world, the official beer sponsor of your favorite podcast? Go buy a six-pack of Southern Star today. Tag them at Southern Star Brewing Co., at Southern Star BC on Instagram, Twitter. We're at Pass the Grade Pod. Tag us, tag them. Let them know you guys got their back. And just, you know, tweet them. Got your back, Southern Star. Like, let them know. Let them know. Tag us, too. We'll retweet you. We'll give you a follow. I'll start giving shout-outs again starting next week. But, like, the shutdown of bars and breweries has forced lots of them to permanently close, and we're trying to make sure Southern Star is never going to be a part of that. And I swear to God, if Southern Star ever were to have to close, like, I don't know what I would do with my life. I do not know. Those are like
don't
my best friends now.
Don't even put that out there.
I'm not. But I'm just saying, let's not let this happen, because I trust the Gravy Gang is going to go out there and do everything in our power to prevent this from happening. Go buy you a six-pack. Go buy you 12 six-packs. Go buy you whatever you can, whatever you want. Like, if you're having a group over or anything, a social distant group, you know, drink some Southern Stars with them. Just introduce your
buy
friends
yourself
to
a
some
mini
Southern
keg.
Star.
Have a great fucking time.
They get it. And I promise you, you will not be disappointed from Southern Star Brewing Company, the best beer in the entire world, the official beer sponsor of Pass the Grade Podcast. Again, their beer and barbecue benefit for Southern Star, Saturday, August 22nd. Go like their Facebook page, and you can see all of that stuff. You can do everything to, you know, figure out when you want to go up there. I think I'm going to try my best to get up there, but if not, you can go donate. They have a link to donate and everything like that. Southern Star Brewing Company, the best beer in the entire world, the official beer sponsor of Pass the Gravy Podcast. And then the best thing about, like, if you don't want to just straight up donate, just go buy beer. Like, that's donating to the brewery. Just buy some beer. Okay, I got a beer out of it. Great idea. Southern Star Brewing Company, best beer in the entire world, the official sponsor of Pass the Gravy Podcast and the Comeback Kids segment, which starts now.
It's the Comeback Kid. The Comeback Kid of the week. The Comeback Kid of the week. Bitch.
Our first comeback kid is Robert. Robert, you got a new podcast, buddy.
Beep, 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 beep.
Pew, pew, pew.
Yeah. Yeah.
What you got? What you got going on?
So I've been
You
working
leaving
on
us?
this. No, not
Is that
leaving
it?
you guys. Not leaving you guys. It's in addition to.
Good. So you're trying to be like me. You're doing the double podcast thing. Pat, what's yours called?
It's gonna be called Shooting the Shit with Pat. I'm just gonna record myself talking while taking dumps.
Not the worst idea. All right, Robert, tell us all about your new podcast and where we can find it. We want to listen to it.
Well, it's available anywhere you listen to podcasts. It's called A Recent Study Suggests. And it's basically me and Sam going through a bunch of, because you guys hear a bunch of studies. There's always a recent study suggests this, a recent study suggests that. People just get paid lots of money to do studies on random things. So we take a look at all those random studies, see what they're about, and like we try to connect to them, talk about them. Like there's one that was done on alien anxiety. Apparently people are afraid of aliens. And so
Well,
we
now
talked
that we
about
released those UFO videos.
Mm-hmm. We talked, like in that specific episode, we talked about who would be on our on our first contact team. Like if aliens arrived, who would we send to talk with the aliens?
Tom Hanks.
I'll give you guys a little
Amy Adams.
Little spoiler here. I chose one of mine was a clown.
William H. Macy? Or not Macy. What was his name? The serial killer.
John Wayne Gacy.
John Wayne Gacy. That's it. Not William H. Macy.
Not that. But yeah, we've been working on this since like.
Hold on. Why clown? Because they would kill the clown if they were confused, but it's like a decoy kind of?
No, because
You make
because
him laugh.
they would bring entertainment.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
keep them happy, keep them from killing us.
No, I didn't
like
hate
that
the
idea.
idea. I was just curious as to the reason why. I like that.
Mm-hmm. And we've been working on this since like mid-March. I think we recorded our, I got all like the handles, the social handles and stuff like April, and then we recorded our first episode in May, and I think it's ready to launch August 3rd.
So you started working on this, and then quarantine happened. Is there a correlation?
I don't think so.
Do you have a bunch of
recent
episodes
study
pumped out?
suggests that Robert starting side projects causes global pandemics. Have you covered that?
No.
Well, his girlfriend
There's
or
an idea.
partner Sam, she has always been kind of she's been into. I mean, you and I were quoted talking about certain things and stories she's written before that were published. I mean, she made us famous a couple of times, I feel like. But, like, she does talk about a lot of these studies and everything, and it's really interesting because she's super smart. Robert is, like, the smartest guy, obviously, on this podcast. Like,
By far.
by way too far than, like, it should be allowed. Like, we should not be in the same room as Robert, which is good that we're not because he's on Zoom. But, like, I'm really interested to hear this. Have you knocked out a bunch of them that, like, you've already got in the can that are ready to go, or are you going to do it every week?
Yeah, as of now, I think we have five recorded
cool.
already.
That's cool. I like that. So, what's it called again? Where can we follow it on social media?
So it's called A Recent Study Suggests. It's social media on Instagram and Twitter at A Recent Study Pod. And, like, if anyone out there comes across any of these weird, unnecessary studies, you can also email us at a recentstudysuggest@gmail.com.
I actually have a really good study that I found because my brother's roommate put it out on Reddit. It was LeBron James, is Taco Tuesday affecting his performance? And it was talking about how before LeBron James started.
Whoa. Are you saying your brother's roommate is the one that did that?
The same guy that did the James Harden strip club correlation and how he performs based on each city that the strip clubs are and how the higher rated strip clubs, he tends to perform worse in those cities than the cities with lower rated strip clubs. Yes. Shout out Ryan Sullivan at Angry Centrist his Angry Centrist on Reddit is his account, but at the Soul Ryan, I believe.
Awesome. But I'm sorry, we just cut off Robert.
No, I know he's like, I'll send you that. Because that'll be funny. Because it was like when LeBron James eats tacos, does he perform worse? And then he's got, like, all of the numbers and the stats. That would be really funny to hear you guys break down. And then you can just these idiots sent us over this study, so we'll break this one down. Or you don't have to break that one down because it's probably too weird. But yeah, recent studies suggest. Super stoked to check it out. Go smash it. Is it up right now? Can you go, like, on the podcast?
Yeah, you can subscribe to it now.
Go subscribe, unsubscribe, resubscribe, unsubscribe, and then subscribe again. Okay? Make sure you finish on that subscribe button, but just subscribe, unsubscribe, resubscribe, unsubscribe, subscribe. So Robert gets like 1 billion subscribes, and then Gravy Gang, do your thing. We trust you. A recent study suggests. I can't wait till Monday now. Very stoked for this Monday's. Monday's
super
podcast.
Excited.
What is this one about? The first one.
The first one is.
Can you tease us?
Yeah, it's called dating while under the influence of being a teenager.
I like that. I like that, dude. This is. I think this is gonna be a really good podcast, dude. I think this is gonna be a really good podcast.
Yeah,
I'm excited. I'm excited about it, man. All right. A recent study suggests Robert, comeback kid, so far to lead things off this week. Another comeback kid, Taylor Swift, guys. I don't know if you guys saw T Swift put out an album over the weekend. T Swizzle, and I saw Kanye was supposed to put out an album. He didn't, so hold on, I'm gonna let you finish, but you go work out your relationship shit with Kim. I'll put out an album that's gonna fucking slay and just be like, I don't know if you're an iTunes person, I don't know if you're a Spotify person, but those are really the two that I look at. And just if you look at any of like the popular music, it's Taylor Swift, like 1 through 12. So she's getting the fuck listened out of that thing. So I mean, Emma, big Taylor Swift fan. She had Bonnie Vare on it. She had a couple other people on it with her.
I heard that she surpassed 1 million downloads in 24 hours.
That's insane.
Which is just
our podcast
absolutely
could have 1 million
ridiculous.
downloads on one podcast. I don't think
total,
we've had 1 million downloads on
hours.
on all of them together. That'd be tight if we could, but like Taylor Swift is just like, she's the. I mean, and you have people like Lady Gaga's kind of that way. I feel like, but I just remember, and Pat, when we were growing up, it was like Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, anything those motherfuckers did just was like, it just sold. It just fucking sold.
And Britney.
It didn't matter. And I guess Britney Spears too.
Britney's the better comparison, I would think.
I don't know.
Because Backstreet Boys and NSYNC, they had like a 4-year run where they did that.
But Britney didn't really. I guess. Yeah. Slave for You was kind of like.
Shit, even Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift was around when we were like 13.
But what's crazy about Taylor Swift is Taylor Swift has now done. She did like country originally, then she was more pop, and now this is like
folk music
or folky. Yeah, it's
I don't know. I haven't listened to any of it yet, but I've heard like
folklore.
I haven't really listened to any of her stuff in years. God damn, nice catch, Diamondbacks. Sorry.
Are they winning?
No, they're down 2-0.
Fuck, I got Diamondbacks money line and +1.5.
But I haven't really listened in years because it's been pop music. I'm like, it's just not my style. But I actually am very interested to listen to this one because I've been hearing nothing but fucking just awesome reviews. And not just, oh my God, Taylor's the fucking queen, still slaying. People are like, God damn, no, this is great fucking music with great songwriting. And it's not just pop music. Because I don't give a shit about like, fucking drum fucking machines. I don't even know what the fuck they're called.
Those drum machines, they have no soul.
Yeah,
Literally.
Electronic music and shit behind it. I don't give a shit, but I'm actually excited for this one. I might be back to being Team T Swizzle. I haven't been that way since I was like 15.
I mean, I just like how she interacts with everybody. Like, she's really cool with her fans. Like, she does like secret hidden shit. She has Easter eggs and all of her stuff. Emma
I like how
is
she holds a grudge.
Like low key big Taylor Swift fan, and so I remember the draft when it was in Nashville. I think that was the last live draft they had, I guess, before the most recent one. And Emma was like, "Isn't the draft on tonight?" And I was like, "Yeah." Like, are you excited about the draft? And I was kind of like jacked. And she's like, "No, Taylor Swift's playing." I was like, "I didn't know that, but yeah, we can turn the draft on, babe. I'm totally down for that."
If you want to.
That was the last time my girlfriend asked me to turn anything NFL related on my TV specifically. I will always remember that just because it's like, when does your girl ever say, hey, can we turn on the football?
That draft actually should have been training for the next draft because if you remember, it was raining in Nashville. So like nobody could be, or people were outside, but it kind of ruined the viewing experience for everyone that was there. Little would they have known what happened the next year.
Yeah. Yeah. Shit. I wish, I kind of do wish we could go back in time and just tell like 1 year ago us like, hey, fucking soak this shit up, bro. Soak it up because it ain't going to happen next year.
I'd go back in time and I'd fly to Wuhan and be like, stop fucking eating bats.
Oh, I'd stay the fuck away from Wuhan.
Stop eating bats. Because you're going to fuck up my
you go to the wet
baseball
market
season.
You go to those wet markets, you're like, no.
I just walk around every time someone tries to buy a bat, I just slap it out of their hand.
Swat it out of their hand.
Maybe I just start a giant fire at night when nobody's there.
Right. It was just for warmth. Yeah. To keep you warm, right? But yeah, Taylor Swift's back, and that was what everybody like. Did y'all see like Twitter this weekend was just, to me it was baseball and Taylor Swift is basically all it was.
Yep.
And it's like, I don't know, Taylor Swift's pretty cool to me. I've never met her, but like she seems pretty cool.
It was dudes talking about baseball and all the girlfriends that didn't give a shit about baseball talking about Taylor Swift.
I saw dudes talking about T Swift.
Oh yeah. Well, a lot of the guys I saw talking about, they were sports guys, but ones that just didn't happen to not care about baseball. But maybe that's just my timeline.
Yeah, no, I gotcha. But yeah, Taylor Swift, big. I think it's Folklore is the name of the album that's out now, and it's probably the biggest or the number one album, I would assume, just because I haven't looked at anything else. Another comeback kid is Coronavirus.
Holy shit! I know this kid that's pitching.
That's sick because nobody can see anything that you're.
Stephon Crichton. He was 3 years behind us at Cinco.
Okay, well, I didn't know him, but you pointed. We talked about this on the Monday episode where I was like, Pat, you can't just hop into conversations that no one else understands.
I'm gonna always do this. Learn to accept it.
Okay. But yeah, Coronavirus comeback kid this week because it is trying to fuck over baseball. And like, I already hated Coronavirus, but like just this weekend, I've hated Coronavirus. 1,000 times more than I every time I'm like, I can't hate coronavirus anymore. Oh, I do hate it the next day more than I already hated it. And apparently, surprise, surprise, in the trash-ass, disgusting, filthy city of Philadelphia, a team from Florida, they had a whole outbreak in their thing, and then the Phillies played a series with them, didn't win, and all these guys were testing positive. So, real bad look to the Phillies that the team is just testing positive left and right of COVID, and you can't beat them. But I think they lost 2 of 3 to the fucking Marlins. Then the Marlins have suspended their season till next week. The Phillies and Yankees had to cancel their whole thing because the Yankees were going to have to share the same dugout as the Marlins had previously used, and the Yankees were like, fuck that, we're not doing that. So Marlins postponed until at least Monday. Yankees have reshifted their schedule. I think tonight they are playing the Orioles, and they just moved around some stuff. But 1, just fuck you, coronavirus. 2, is baseball going to finish?
Yes. Yeah, they're going to finish. They're going to figure out.
Right?
See, the problem with this whole thing was the Yankees, and I'll tell you why. So the Marlins, they found out on Saturday that they had some positive tests, and they had a team meeting and go, well, fuck it. Let's just keep playing, trying to treat it like they had a sprained wrist. No, you can't just play through coronavirus. You can't do that.
Are you hurt or are you injured?
And the reason this is fuck the Yankees, because who's in charge of that organization?
Steinbrenner?
No. Derek Jeter. And where did Derek Jeter learn his morals?
I thought you said who's in charge of the Yankees organization.
No. Who's in charge of the Marlins?
The Marlins,
Derek Jeter, and he's a dirty Yankee.
Whoa!
And if he had more control of his organization, he would not have left it up to them. So once again, this is the Yankees' fault for the Marlins not having the institutional control because they're headed by a guy that never was learned any respect over a 20-year career.
They all got gift baskets.
Yeah, I'm sure he
did
give
the team
gift baskets. And those gift baskets were probably ones that were rejected by strippers that Jeter was trying to give them.
They had iPads in them.
Yeah, well, you know what? The strippers probably turned it down because they had bought better iPads, and then they got all the stripper germs on it, and then he gave it to the team, and now they all have coronavirus.
Don't think that was the case, but I think it was 13 players and staff members combined that tested positive. And
I think today it went up to 16.
God damn it. But
okay, it was 14 yesterday and 2 more got it today. Or
this is another question I've seen going around where it was okay, it was the fucking Marlins that got it. But if it was the Dodgers, if it was the Astros, if it was the Yankees, if it was the Red Sox that got it, does baseball keep going?
Yes.
Because right now they're fuck, the Marlins are going to finish in the top anyways. It doesn't matter. So they're just Marlins are going to make the playoffs.
Nobody on the other team got it. So they can just kind of lose a couple games and deal with it. Now, once they find out that 2 teams that are playing each other, it spreads throughout both of those, then you're going to have a problem. Right now, they're dude, it's the fucking Marlins. Who gives a shit?
It is not
Darwin. People
Marlin
they call it their taxi team or whatever. Is all their guys that are just ready to go that stay close by. They're they're all single A guys. And you're
they drive taxis.
Well, they can't lose any more than the Marlins already do. They suck.
Yeah, so but I'm just saying, if it was a better, a top team that got COVID, do you think they're just hold on? What now?
Yeah,
no, I think they just try and deal with it.
If the Astros got it, are they going to be okay, I get people think there's bias towards the Astros. If the fucking Dodgers got it, all right, Dodgers, big name team, one of the favorite right now to win the World Series going into this season. The favorite team to win the World Series gets 13 people have COVID. Do they say we got to pause the season?
No, just because of the bottom dollar.
Fuck, I don't want them to.
That more money comes in if they keep playing, and if they pause the season, all the owners, It's the thing. You're gonna have one owner that's we need to stop, and every other owner is gonna be fuck you. Tell your players to stop taking risks. Don't go out. Wear a fucking mask.
Allegedly, the Marlins, when they had their final, was it summer camp is what they called the second spring training that they did, when they had their exhibition series with the Braves before the like official restart of the season happened. They allegedly went out and were hanging out, which is ironic because Lou Williams.
I wonder if they went to Magic City.
Went out to a strip club. He's got the extra quarantine in the NBA bubble. He went for chicken wings. Maybe the Marlins were just hungry.
I think if another team gets like an outbreak like this, I think baseball is done.
Fuck, dude.
I think it's got to be like a multiple team outbreak, like from one outbreak.
I think there's got to be 3 teams. I think it's got to be 3. If
3 from the same source.
If there were 2 teams that played each other and got it, I 100%, yeah. But I guess the Marlins, if 2 more teams were to get something like this, specifically 2 teams that like played each other, yeah. But like one, like it's bad on me because it's like these are people's health. I understand that. But 2, I like watching baseball, guys.
Yeah.
Like,
it's not my job to worry about other people's health, and that sounds shitty, but like, I'm a fan.
Please,
I want to watch
please
this
don't
shit.
stop it. And then also, if baseball finishes, then the NFL has to go on, right? That's my dumb brain making sense of things.
Yeah.
I'm like,
no,
if baseball finishes and baseball's still going on, the NFL has to kick off, right? The NFL will kick off in August.
Regardless. It's got to happen.
Thank you. Everybody's trying to shit on that, Pat. Everybody's trying to tell me football's not going to happen, and I won't stand for it. I won't stand for it. I told you, I sacrificed. The Roughnecks walked so the NFL can fly this year.
Facts.
You know, they walked off the fucking plank. They killed themselves. As a part owner of that team, my heart was broken. You know, as a part owner of that team, me, Pat Mahomes, a couple guys are part owners of sports franchises. No big deal. All right, one of our bank accounts maybe a little bit bigger than the other, but still not a big deal. I was a part owner of a team. Pat Mahomes heard about it. Probably became a part owner of a team because he heard the guy from Pass the Gravy owned an XFL team partially. But like, if the NFL is a fucking work, man, I'm going to lose my shit. I'm telling, and I've told you guys for months, that's my breaking point. I'm not panicking, but baseball just keep going on. Just figure it out. I trust that they have health professionals that are figuring it out. I don't really trust that they have health professionals that are going to make sure everybody's safe, but I would like to think that they would. And I would just like to think that none of my favorite players on my team will get sick.
And all that being said, if the Yankees get it, Manfred is going to cry foul and bitch about his team, and then he'll
agree. If the Yankees get COVID, they should probably pause the season just for the integrity.
Manfred will be like, "Well, it's not fair now that my team that the Yankees have it. It's the second team.
If anybody else gets it, we should play on. But if the Yankees I'm definitely down. Like, we don't need to keep going. It's just kind of like if not the Yankees win the World Series. Well, it was a shortened season. # asterisk. Put an asterisk next to it. But if the Yankees win the World Series, totally counts. That's my mindset. I don't know about you guys. I think that's gonna be a lot of fans' mindsets. If the Astros win, it's a total full World Series for a lot of you guys. If anybody but say, God forbid, Astros fans, the Yankees or Dodgers were to win, then you're like, well, you won a shortened season, doesn't count. You guys know you're ready for those takes. But just
it won't be the Dodgers. They don't know how to finish.
You're right. They don't know.
They're like a shittier version of the Bills.
Yeah, kind of are. But yeah, coronavirus really trying to fuck up baseball. And then speaking of baseball, Astros getting thrown at. Also, comeback kid. Now, was it getting thrown at? Was it just the pitcher really didn't know where he was throwing? Maybe both.
Bregman's, I'll say, is the only one where I thought it might have been an intentional throw at him. The other ones, he was wild as shit, and he couldn't control the ball at all. But Bregman's, when it's 3-0,
a perfect cover? Pretend like you're wild.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It could be, but I'm just saying with Bregman's, it was 3-0. And he was all around the plate, and all of a sudden you got 96 behind his, like literally right behind where his head is standing. Like, and Joe has always had control issues. I mean, it's the reason he flamed out in Boston. He was supposed to be a starting pitcher, and then they realized, this guy can't fucking find the plate. Maybe if we move him to the bullpen, like, oh, he still fucking sucks. Let's get him glasses. Oh, he still fucking sucks. It's just
what happened to Rec Specs? Remember those? Do you remember Rec Specs, Robert?
I wore.
I don't.
like kids that they wore glasses when you'd play sports as a kid, but like they didn't like you couldn't obviously run with the glasses on, so they were like goggles, but they were like
Prescription
small
lens.
goggles. Yeah,
They were prescription
they had like the
lenses
band
and like
behind it.
goggles. I had to wear those growing up, and I dominated in basketball.
Nerd.
What's up? Yeah, I looked like a white Horace Grant.
Yeah, they're basically what Horace Grant wore.
They're exactly what Horace Grant wore. But yeah, like so that was the only one because Joe Kelly does have a history of being a fucking prick on the field too.
Also,
So
great
Greg-
name for NASCAR and/or country singer.
Joe Kelly. Oh yeah, Irish
And
folk
then
singer.
the night before that, I think it was Walker Bueller. I think they had to go. Was it?
Walker Bueller would
No,
be
he
a
started
great
last
country
night.
singer.
He started last night. Walker Bueller, country singer and NASCAR driver. You have two first names as your first and last name. You're a country singer or a NASCAR driver.
Well, Bueller isn't a first
in
name.
any other life. Walker Bueller is 100%. That sounds like a rich white kid's first name. Like Bueller sounds like a rich white kid's first name. Bueller Grant
Bueller's
would be
never
like a kid. Some private school
I can hear
kid
that.
would be Bueller Grant.
I hear that now. I can understand that. But
I'm just telling you.
yeah, I
There's
mean,
a kid
either way,
somewhere
fuck
named
Joe
Bueller.
Kelly. I feel like it was definitely intentional. I could see
Oh,
it
yeah,
not
it
being
was,
intentional
dude.
just because.
It's not
Well, I'm
intentional
just-
if it happens a couple times, but it happened like 6 times around the same inning. So like,
Well,
yeah,
it was 3 batters in a row. Brantley's wasn't nearly as bad because it wasn't at the head, but just fuck Joe Kelly.
And I was telling
He's a
Robert this
punk
beforehand,
bitch.
just to go off topic, but still on topic. Michael Brantley. Let's talk about Michael Brantley real fast because I don't have anything wrong with him.
I love that
Yeah.
man.
Don't have anything wrong with him. Every time I pick like a DraftKings lineup, I always throw Michael Brantley in there because he's pretty solid. But Michael Brantley just is a weird looking guy. Is he not?
He does have that like muscular neck that just goes like right into his head.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
Mhm.
I was telling Robert, he looks like a cop that was like, he's like undercover as a baseball player trying to like
He's
figure out
21
some, like-
jump streeting the Astros.
That's what he looks like. Like I could, like if you saw like Brantley walking into the ballpark in like a trench coat and like a top hat and everything, I would totally be like, yeah, he's a fucking cop, dude. No shit. If he
I'm not a
arrested,
cop.
like he's like Alex Bregman's running some weird drug ring. Like if he arrested Alex Bregman in like 2 weeks, I'm like, dude, I kind of saw that. I could see that. Yeah, not like Alex Bregman doing the drugs, but like Michael Brantley being the cop that was just undercover the whole time. Totally saw that coming.
I think if anyone on the
Just let's
team,
all
it
keep
would
our
be,
eyes out. Let's all
it
keep
would
our
be
eyes out.
Yuli.
If he busts anybody for doing anything, just remember, Pastor Gravy told you first. He was an undercover.
I would
cop.
say it would probably be Yuli like running bootleg Cuban rum into the United States.
Like I like Michael Brantley as a Yankees. I like Michael Brantley, but like, and I hate saying as a Yankees. I fucking hate that. But I like Michael Brantley. I don't want anybody to think I don't like him or anything. But like, he's got.
He
like
is a weird looking guy.
He has dead eyes. Like his eyes, it's got like no emotion in his eyes. He just looks like he's dead. All like he's got dead people eyes when he's on first base. And it's like he's probably just focused on the game, and I'm being a dick, and I am, and I
100%.
understand that.
That's
But he
exactly
looks
what's
like an
going on.
undercover cop. He looks like an undercover cop, and I'm just saying. Let's moving along. I'm just saying he looks like an undercover cop. But Joe Kelly got suspended 8 games, 10 games.
8 games. Dave Roberts got 1. And,
Why did Dave Roberts get 1?
Probably because his player
They
was
told him to
throwing
do
at
it?
Astros, and you're supposed to control your team. Would be my guess.
Okay.
As the manager, you got to tell your guys this isn't allowed. Would be my guess.
Did Dusty Baker get suspended?
Dusty Baker, I think Robert, you said he got fined, right?
Yeah, he got fined.
For calling Joe Kelly, and I quote, a little motherfucker.
No, he said, "Get back on the mound, motherfucker." I thought.
He said, no, he said, get back on the mound, you little fucker. He said, little
Okay.
fucker,
Mm-hmm.
which is great. Oh, Alex, your team might have tied it up right here.
There you go. Plus 1.5 means we're winning right there. But I'd like the money line to come through.
Tied
too, 'cause
2-2,
that'd be
top
great.
7. Oh, sorry, 1-2. He was a pussy and didn't go from third.
God damn it! I just gotta tell you, there's nothing better than betting against Dallas. Any bet you ever have against the Rangers, the Cowboys, or the Stars, it's just like, let's cash that check. Let's go. But yeah, baseball's back. But okay, Joe Kelly. Was Joe Kelly a bitch for walking away from Carlos Correa or not? Because I get it. Houston's a little bit more leaning towards one team than the other, but all I saw today was how much of a bitch Joe Kelly was, and then every other team, specifically Dodgers Twitter, was like, no, the Astros are bitches, and Joe Kelly doing the I'm crying little kid face.
Sack
like,
fly
he
type.
owned you. Fucking there we go.
Well, I think the whole
Not
thing
yet.
about calling Joe Kelly a bitch spawned from people calling Joe Kelly a legend for what he did, and then everyone was like, a legend for what? He like made faces at him and walked away when Carlos Gray is standing there, and he just keeps walking away. That's what I think. What it all like. I want to say he's a bitch. He was just like,
Did anybody say
innings over,
Kelly's
I'm
a
walking
girl's
off.
name?
But like,
They should have.
but the way he did, just walk you off, going, fuck you.
I thought it was kind of funny. As an impartial third party, I thought it was kind of funny.
I haven't liked Joe Kelly for years since he sucked on the Red Sox.
I don't like it. Yeah, he was on the Red
Sox.
Sox. I fucking hated him as a Red Sox, unless he was pitching to my team because that was pretty great.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's also part of it too. Like he was on the Red Sox, a team that that cheated too. And he's like, I don't know.
I just don't like guys. Everybody's fucking cheating. Why are the Dodgers doing it? Like it's like the Dodgers, y'all are cheating too. We don't have evidence, but you're fucking cheating. We know everybody's cheating.
Yeah, I wouldn't say he's a bitch. I'd say he's more of a little punk ass.
A punk ass.
And I do mean little because the dude weighs 140 pounds, which doesn't make sense to me as a fucking professional.
MLB.
I think Altuve weighs more than this guy.
Altuve's thick, bro.
Altuve is the size of a basketball, and he weighs more than Joe Kelly.
He's stout.
He's thick.
Thick. With 4 C's, though. And 17 H's.
But only 2 C's.
Yeah, I don't know. He's got a little more C's than that. But Astros getting thrown at, and just, I guess, team beef with the Astros. That's a comeback kid. Then
That's going to be a comeback kid every week.
Probably the most interesting comeback kid, I would say Demons, Aliens, and Witches. Don't know if y'all saw this. So hydroclox. This is going to be a fun game called. Can Alex mispronounce this?
Hydroxychloroquine.
Fuck, I don't have to say it now. So joke's on you guys. But hydroxychloroquine, as Pat said. We had a doctor from Houston that came out speaking about how she had treated patients with hydroxychloroquine and that it worked. I think that's what I was talking about. But then what I was reading about. But then she talked about how there's other ways that we could go look at things to maybe treat coronavirus, like alien DNA, witches DNA, and more. And it was just like, wait, what?
Like if she had just stopped.
Just stop. Like you were good, and then like people always tell me that, like, Alex, you're always good until you say that one more thing that then fucks you over. Like if you knew when to stop, you'd be so much better. But then you keep going and you get in trouble with that. I'm like, you're right, that is a problem I have. She had that same problem where she was like, all right, I've had these patients, I've treated them, all of them have recovered, everything's been okay with them. I think it's a viable drug. Also, we should look into alien DNA and people that have sex with demons that are trying to just put their demon sperm in you. And also witch's blood or witch's DNA. And it was just like, wait. Is this
what?
Is this real life? A couple of times this week, that the bar interrogation a couple of days ago, I was like, is this real life that we're watching? Like, this is it. Okay. And it's just like, there's things you just watch where you're like, am I watching a parody? Is this like a Will Ferrell movie and this is the beginning of it and I just turned it on too late?
I mean, it is, but it isn't. That's the sad thing.
That's just, I feel like that it's so many things I'm watching. And it was like, wait, did she just say alien DNA? Like, do we have alien DNA? Because if so, that's tight. Like, let's try it. But like, witches? I don't know.
First of all, I want to see the aliens because I want to know, are we doing them with humanoids or are they bipedal? Are they going around with 4 legs? I want to know.
Or aliens?
Are they from the Alpha Centauri system? Are they from our solar system? Like, these are questions I want to know.
Yeah, I have a lot of questions, but I just saw demon sperm was trending on Twitter and was just like, wait, what? Like, I didn't know anything about this and clicked on demon sperm and then I saw the whole like spiel this lady gave, but like, what the fuck?
I think that's just what you call a kid that's acting up. Like, you fucking little demon sperm, get your ass back in the house.
Oh shit, that's actually really good insult. But like, I don't know, I would feel weird associating anything that has the word sperm in it with a child. Unless
that's what they are. They're just overgrown sperm.
Yeah, no, but like when I wouldn't mention that around the child.
You demon, you should have been swallowed.
Little, yeah, and that's better. But like little demon would be better. Little demon, if that like trademark on that, if that's a rap name.
I don't think it is, but it's yours now. You
that'd
got
be a
it.
sick rap name.
Now you've got to put out
Raps.
some bangers.
My raps is straight up evil, bro. No, these raps is straight up bad. But yeah, just demon sperm, man. Demon sperm. That was a comeback kid this week for sure. Then
comeback kid.
Comeback kid. Then we got the number 28 because crawfish streak, fellas. People, the haters are fucking furious. The haters, remember when they were like, "You're not gonna make it. You're not even gonna break your own record at 22 weeks." When the pandemic started, I was like, "You just watch." Now I'm at 28 weeks.
Stupid bitch.
30 is. I'm halfway to 30 this week when I knock out another one. Like it's over with. It's over. I think I'm just gonna go to the end of the year. Just go to the end of the year. Make it untouchable.
Just gonna go till you can't go anymore.
Go to the end of the year, and I was like, no. I just heard him in the back. No, please don't.
You're gonna get gout from all this salt intake, and I don't even know if that's how you get gout.
What happens here is a bunch of people have told me that, and I'm really hoping that is not what gives me gout. Because my dad had gout and he said it sucked, and I really don't ever want it because it was not fun for him. But that was just funny that Emma was like, no, please don't. But so basically, like our Saturday or whatever day I decide I'm gonna do crawfish, I'm like, all right, well, this is where I'm getting crawfish from. Emma, order whatever you want. And it's usually like a seafood place, and she's not a big seafood person. So she's like, I'll just take the fried shrimp every single time, or I'm good.
You know, you can order from different places, right? Like,
yeah, I do know that, but and I've done it before, and it just feels weird ordering from multiple places at like the same time. But like, it's 2020, that's what you can do. But the crawfish streak, guys, 28 weeks strong, and I'm not struggling at all. I just got to make sure I find that perfect. Like when I feel like that number is out of reach, like whether it's like nobody's gonna fucking waste that much time. Do I think a lot of people are going to waste 28 weeks? No, I don't. But I don't want, like, I want that number to be so high where you'd even think about, like, you're like, oh, I might beat Alex's crawfish streak. Never mind. That was too many weeks. Like, fuck. Like, if I could get to, like, 42, like, nobody's going 42 weeks. It's a lot.
42 is a barrier-breaking number.
But then if I get to 42, I might as well go 52 and just have the whole year. Right?
I mean, go off, King.
I don't know. I'm just not stopping. I don't have any plans on stopping anytime soon.
See,
like
actually,
I am fucking just murdering the crawfish streak right now. It was 30.
I would say this is why you don't want to do 52.
Weeks.
You don't want to do 52 because then it's crawfish season again.
But then I don't have to go every time.
Responsibility. You just want to enjoy your crawfish when you want.
But that's kind of like now I'm not as enjoying it as I was. Where it's like now I just know, okay, Sunday as of late is like crawfish day.
I think you should just stop at 30, man. If you're not enjoying it as much anymore,
No.
You're not in it for the love of the game anymore.
Oh, I'm in it for the love of the game. You think I eat crawfish for 28 straight weeks without having the love of the game, bro? I would say
you just said you're not enjoying it like you used to.
I'm not enjoying it as much. That doesn't mean I'm not enjoying it.
He's so unhappy. You can see it.
Oh, he's like a veteran reporting to training camp. He's like, I don't need this, but I love it.
But I like the end goal, and the end goal is that I'm the cow replicant crawfish, and I want to stay that. And also, if we could just make Tessa forget a weekend, that would be great too. Because Tessa, I want the record myself. Don't tell Tessa. But like Tessa has been doing it with me, and a lot of it is because of the motivation myself. But like if Tessa from the morning show were to just stop, then maybe it makes it a little bit easier where it's my record. Now I get why she doesn't want to stop. She's like, oh, I want that record with Alex. But it's like being the only person with that. I don't know.
Just one of these weeks, you need to call ahead to every single seafood place that you know she would order from. And just be like,
block her.
Hey, guys.
Cut this woman off. She doesn't have her money's no good.
I'll double what she was going to pay on her order. Just don't let it be placed.
Hey, this girl's going to call. I want you to deliver it to my house. She's going to tell you that it's not for my house, but it is actually for my house. She forgets where she lives. And then she pays for my food. It gets delivered here. I eat it, and then her streak's over, and I keep going. I think we
It's
figured it out there,
devious,
fellas.
but I got to respect the game.
Yeah, you got to. Our final comeback kid, or no, I guess not our final comeback kid, but our one of my next comeback kid.
I'll do
Yeah,
mine
go
real
with
quick
yours.
so we can end on the good one. Aliases are back. So it came out. There's been reports of this in the past.
I believe it was Elias's.
That Madison Bumgardner liked to do rodeo in the offseason. There's rumors of it.
Is that like a sex act?
It's fully been confirmed. He's got a rodeo career in the offseason. He's a dual roper competitor, which if you don't know what dual roping is, I don't either, but I think it's when there's two guys going to rope and
They're dueling.
Oh, fuck. Can we pause it here real quick? And we just take up in like 20 seconds?
Nope.
The auto place is calling me.
Yeah, you can walk up. You can go up. I'll do mine. I'll do mine. You can pick up yours.
Hold for me for a
second.
second.
All right, Pat's. This is having to do with Pat's not cool, so we'll get to that in a second. Okay, thank God he paused. I'm glad he muted. I did not think he was going to have the wherewithal to mute it. But my next comeback kid is Pass the Gravy Bro. We started with Robert's podcast. Robert's got a new podcast, and my not new podcast, but it's a sporadic podcast because it is only related to the show Big Brother. Pass the Gravy Bro. We used to have, you were on the show when we just did a whole like Big Brother segment, and then it turned it into a 30-40 minute segment where Chris and I would just argue with each other. And then we were like, hey, not everybody that listens to Pass the Gravy gives a shit about Big Brother, so we should probably just put that on its own podcast. And we did that. But Pass the Gravy Bro, Emma, myself, and on Sunday evenings, Chris Hogan, former co-host of Pass the Gravy, we do this little show about the show Big Brother, and it is going. I think I saw cast announcement comes out Monday. It's supposed to be an All-Stars cast. Season 22 of Big Brother is going to be an All-Stars cast. I have some names. I'm not going to name them. We'll talk about that on Pass the Gravy Bro. But they're going to announce the cast as I've heard, either probably Monday, but possibly Friday. But it looks like Monday, from everything I've seen from my sources inside CBS. And by sources, I mean anonymous Twitter sources. But then then we're going to do a preseason predictions episode where we talk about who we think is going to win. That's always fun. I remember we had Cliff Hogg on the podcast this quarantine, and he went back and listened to that, and I was like, we thought you were going to be the first out. So I was like, yeah, man, we were wrong on that. So hand up.
Those are always fun to listen to at the end of the season.
It's right at the end, you're like, I was wrong about all of these things.
Yeah, because all you have to judge is like who they are, what the occupation is, what they like. Just like
right. And
small bios.
They post interviews a lot of times where you get to go, okay, well, let's learn about this person. But these are all-stars. So if you've watched Big Brother, there are people that have played on the previous seasons that are coming back and all this stuff. So it's like some of the fan favorites. Although I have a weird thing about the word all-star, where it's like all-star to me, you make an all-star team if you're good. If you were a notable character that was just funny, like certain people that I think are coming back, it's like they weren't good players. They were just loud and have gifs about them now on the internet, and like still got taken out pre-jury. But like Big Brother's coming back, Emma and myself, and I'm pretty sure like 99.9% Chris Hogan up in New York is going to be still on to do this. He was talking about doing it like 2 days ago. So as of now, he is still in on it, and we're going to be doing the Pass the Gravy Bro. We do the Sunday episodes. Typically we'll do the preseason predictions, then we'll do our like post season premiere episode. I think it's a 2-night season premiere, so we're going to do 2 episodes. Basically every night there's an episode. We are going to do a podcast that night to discuss what happened on the episode, discuss what we think is going on. Sundays we power rank who we think is the strongest, like best position in the house and all that stuff. It's a lot of fun for me, at least. And if you haven't watched Big Brother, it sounds corny, it sounds stupid, it sounds cheesy. What else do you have fucking going on right now, guys? We're stuck at home. Like, this is the best time to watch. Like, this was my guilty pleasure for the longest time. When I moved in with Emma watched Big Brother with her family forever, and I had never watched it. I always thought it was stupid. I thought it was dumb. She was like, just watch it with me for a little bit. I got sucked into it. I bought live feeds where you can watch what's going on inside the Big Brother house 24/7 on your computer. And that brings me to my next thing. Every single summer since we have our Big Brother pool, okay? Every single year when the Big Brother season starts, I tell you guys, hit me up, say, yo, get me. And right now, at Pass the Gravy Pod, hashtag BB Pool. PTG BB Pool. Hashtag PTG BB Pool. Be like, get me in that motherfucking Big Brother pool or something along the lines of that. Hit me up on that. We'll pick 16 of you guys, or I guess 13 of you guys, because me, Robert, and Pat are included as well. Although we can't win, we just want to have a little dog in the fight. Then whoever's person, like, so say if you get on in this next week, we're gonna do our drawing for our Pasquale Big Brother pool next week, and we'll do there is like we'll draw a name. It'll be like, oh, Robert, and then insert like Jim. If there's a person on the show named Jim, then we pull them out of 2 separate hats. Then that's who you get paired with. If your person wins, you win anything you want. I think it was 3 of anything you want from the Pasquale merch store. Anything you want. That's just, and like, you don't have to do anything. Like, that's the beauty of the game. You want to get in on the Big Brother pool? Hashtag PTGBB pool. Just say, get me in on that pool. And then I'll throw you in the run-in. We'll pick 13 of you guys, and then we'll just draw names. You'll get paired with somebody. If your person wins, tight. If your person doesn't win, no big deal. It's okay. It's fine. Josh Tree, like if we win last year, this was an enigma that happened last year. My guy, or my girl, Robert's guy, and Pat's guy got first, second, and third.
Except
and
you said it backwards. I got first. You made it sound like I got third.
Okay. Well, our people came in first, second, and third. Pass the Gravy's co-hosts got
PTG
first, second,
sweep.
and third. And we just handed it to Josh Tree Cottle, who had Cliff Hogg, best friend of Pass the Gravy. No big deal. Not to brag or anything like that, but we're close friends now. We're basically brothers. Some might say we're brothers. Definitely not Cliff, but some might say. But we had Josh Tree win because he was 4th place. We were like, if any of us win, it doesn't count. So the first 3 people were out, and Josh won. But that's how it goes. And then Josh got 3 free things from the Pass the Gravy merch store. I don't know why you wouldn't want to do this. It's a fun show, guys. And if there was no better time to start than like right now, where there's quarantine, 24/7 live feeds. Also brings me to the next point that I do a scholarship every summer. It's the Big Brother Scholarship. Now, CBS All Access is $5 a month. What I will do is I will pick a lucky person out of you guys to award the $15, and I'll pay for your CBS All Access subscription so you can watch the live feeds. But you have to promise you're going to be watching the show. I don't want anybody that's just like, I just want this, and then boom, done, I'm out. You got to be watching the show. It gives you access to all the previous shows, gives you access to all the previous seasons, everything on CBS. I will pay for your CBS All Access subscription with my Big Brother Scholarship that I do every year. All you got to do right now, go to the Pass the Gravy merch store, passthegravymerch.com. Buy anything from there. If you have something from the Pass the Gravy merch store, that's cool. Like if you just bought it if you bought it fairly recently, like, Brad, I got you. Bro, Brad, if you want to just hashtag get me that PTG pool, hashtag PTGBB pool, get me in that pool. Send me a picture of Brad. Sent me a picture. He was working out with his gator, his neck gator. He was at the gym today. He had his Pass the Gravy neck gator on, like Pat and I have right now. He was working out in that bad boy. He can enter with just sending us a picture of that. If you go to the store, passthegravymerch.com, purchase anything. You can cross out, your address and all that stuff, but then screenshot us that you did that. I will pick a winner, and I will pay for your CBS All Access subscription so you can watch Big Brother with us. But you got to watch Big Brother, and I promise you, you're going to love it. It's going to be great. You're going to get hooked. You're going to think it's awesome. Pass the Gravy. Bro, coming back maybe Monday or Tuesday. Monday or Tuesday, definitely. Worst case scenario, like Wednesday morning, we're going to have an episode of our preseason predictions. Whenever the cast comes out, it's going to be dope. And then this time next week, we're going to be preparing for a premiere. We're going to do our Pass the Gravy Big Bro.
So checked up.
We're going to draw the pool next week. It's going to be nuts. It's going to be weird that like you guys aren't in person while we're drawing the pool because usually Pat draws the names. I write them down, but we'll figure out something.
Maybe
Pass
we can
the
do it.
Gravy, bro.
I'll be in the area.
Like Robert's podcast, subscribe, unsubscribe, resubscribe, unsubscribe, subscribe again, and make sure you end up on that subscription. Subscribe to Pass the Gravy Bro. Even if you don't listen, you don't have to listen. But like, just help a brother out. Go follow us at Pass the Gravy Bro on Twitter, like Pass the Gravy Bro on Facebook, and maybe I'll make an Instagram or whatever. But that's my comeback kid segment.
All right, so I'll get back to mine, which obviously Big Brother's way more exciting. That's why I wanted to do it beforehand, but I believe dual roping is when you got 2 ropers, one ropes the front legs, one ropes the back legs. I'm probably wrong. Somebody's probably yelling at me right now. But a couple things that are interesting about Madison Bumgarner doing that, he's a left-handed pitcher. He ropes right-handed. He won about $26,000 last off season. So this dude's fucking good.
Yeah.
And apparently his alias was Mason Saunders.
Mason Saunders is a cool alias.
That's a rodeo name. But
Did
How
you
about
have
you
it? Do
being-
you ever have a go-to alias?
Ron Mexico.
That's Michael Vick's alias.
No, I don't have an alias. I mean, why would I not want to be living my life? I'm fucking crushing it, bro.
I don't know. Like, I would go with like Peter Clavin, which is from I Love
I've
You,
honestly
Man.
never thought about having one.
Paul Rudd's character in I Love You.
John Moorcock.
See, that's obvious. It's a fake name. When I had a fake ID, my name was Brian Keel, who was a backup linebacker on the Giants that I knew nobody would know. So I was like, cool. Brian Keel can't get in trouble.
Cheez-It.
See, again, not great. Aliases, though. Comeback Kid. Aliases.
You know what?
Comeback
Actually,
Kid.
I would probably go with Tom Sims.
That's not terrible.
It's a cheap whiskey brand that I'm drinking right now.
Just the first thing you looked at. I love.
Yeah,
Lamb.
but I mean,
That's what Pat
I
is,
would go with
basically.
I'm not going to go with Jim Beam or Jack Daniels, but Tom Sims, that's just a regular guy.
That's not bad. That's not bad at all. All right, let's move along. We got our "What Would Jesus Do" segment coming up. A lot of times you had those bracelets growing up. It said WWJD on it, but they never said what Jesus would do in that situation. So we decided, why not tell people what we think Jesus would do? Because we don't know Jesus, but like we would assume that like we got a good idea on what he would do, right? So hit us up, hashtag PTGWWJD to @PassTheGravyPod on Twitter, hashtag PTGWWJD. Throw Jesus in a situation in today's times. And we'll get to the bottom of it. This is the What Would Jesus Do intro from our good buddy, Jingle Blake Wonder.
Jesus, Jesus, what would Jesus do? Jesus, Jesus, what would Jesus do? Put him in a situation in a matter of time. If you wrote this jingle, do you think he'd make it rhyme? So think about this crazy world in which we live today, and how would Jesus handle it in any given way?
This week's What Would Jesus Do comes from a good buddy, Fernando Ramon, @OnlyBigFern. Fernando says, what food would JC cook best? And he told us specifically not fish. Like fish don't count.
I
'Cause
was
I would have
thinking,
said fish probably.
the first thing that popped in my head was lamb. Wasn't lamb like a big thing back then?
Lamb does seem like that would be a big thing JC would probably cook up.
Right.
Although, have you ever had lamb? Not a big lamb fan. Not a big
I
fan
love
of
lamb. If it's cooked right, dude, it's delicious. It
A
does have
fogo
its
de
own
chão
distinct
is really
flavor.
the only time I've had it.
We
I
have
guess
great lamb
eating Greek
chops.
food, like eating Greek. I guess lamb chops don't count. Leg of lamb. I know it's fogo de chão. They always have the
Fogo de chão.
fogo. It's pronounced fogo de chão. I used to do ads for them, and they made sure I pronounced it correctly. But
Yeah,
I call
never
it fogo
heard
de
of that
chão
before.
Usually, I had always called it fogo de chão. But like, they're like, would you like a leg of lamb? And I'm like, yeah, let's do that. And they slice it off with their sword. And then,
I mean, I've never been. I need to go.
okay,
sometime.
have you been to fogo de chão, Robert? Do you know what it is?
I know what it is. I've never been.
Brazilian churrascaria, basically. 4 seconds, they walk around with big hunks of meat, slice it off on swords. When you put your thing on red or green. If it's on green, that means they're down to come serve you as much as you want. When you want to eat, you put it on red, then you eat. Then when you're done, you put it on green. All you can eat. That's it. It's very expensive, but it's
No
like
free eggs.
75. It's like 75 a person. You go in, you go out, you're done. All right. So yeah, I'm not a huge fan of lamb, but like JC seems like he would know his way around a lamb. You know,
But also, this is in modern times.
in modern times.
So I
But still,
think
like, what if he can make a killer lamb and he can bring that to like the cookout? Because like everybody's got ribs, everybody's got brisket, everybody's got pork butt, but then like JC rolls up with like fucking some BBQ lamb, and you're like, oh my god, Jesus, these are amazing.
actually, I think that's what it would be. He would do like a barbecued lamb leg,
Mm-hmm.
or like a rack of lamb, like barbecue lamb ribs. Or
Or
like,
ram.
he
Maybe
would
ram
take a
too.
lamb and barbecue it up the way that we barbecue
ram
everything
lamb.
else, like lamb brisket. You get a nice smoke ring on that.
Yeah.
That's what he would do. He would just take lamb to the barbecue level that people aren't even fucking with.
I think that would be. Yeah.
Also, I think he would bring a bomb-ass potato salad.
No, dude. So, potato salad is such a basic bitch dish.
But that's the
Not
thing.
saying
Some
it's not
people
an
do it great.
important dish, But I don't think JC is the guy bringing the potato salad.
No, I said also. He would do that, but because he's Jesus, he would also bring the best potato salad that's there.
See, I would say if you have a cookout, JC is bringing dessert. He's bringing something like a lamb, like a main course, bomb-ass lamb.
No.
But then, he's
going to rock that peach cobbler.
Peach cobbler, or was it nanner pudding? Put some banana pudding with the fucking Nilla wafers in it. JC probably makes the best banana pudding.
You know what I'm going to say he would bring for dessert with that too? He'd bring just the bombest blueberry pie because my grandma probably taught it to him up there.
Dude,
He'd come back and be like, Pat, guess what else I brought you? Grandma's blueberry pie.
He just shows up. He shows up with just like a sick rack of lamb. It's just and you can be skeptical like myself. Like, I don't trust lamb. I'm not a big lamb guy. And then you try it. You're like, oh no. You go, Jesus Christ, this is an amazing leg of lamb. A rack of
Arizona's
lamb,
up.
the fuck. There we go.
And also he would have, because most people, if they're going to eat lamb, they like a nice mint jelly with it. So he's going to have a homemade mint jelly that just and fucking just complements the flavor so well. You
want to invite JC to your cookout? Oh, million
I want to try
percent,
barbecue lamb now.
I want JC. I'll wait until somebody like Jesus cooks it for me.
I want a pit boss to do it and let me be the test subject.
Yeah, that'd be cool too. But
those pit boss shows are dope. Pit
Masters is my jam. I like
barbecue Pit Masters. Yeah. But yeah, JC, he's just gonna take a whole fucking lamb and dissect that shit, skin it, and just give you some bomb-ass barbecue from an animal you're not used to eating on barbecue.
Robert, you said you've had lamb before?
I don't think I have. I think I've had deer. I've had deer sausage, but never lamb.
I always
try
felt
some lamb chops, man.
Like deer is gamey tasting, if you know what that means. But then lamb is bland and I don't know. I was never.
I don't think bland is the right word. Bland. I don't know how to describe
gamey,
lamb.
But yeah, you can't. I don't know.
It's got a very distinct flavor. So lamb is one of those foods where a lot of people just don't like it. It's not
if you're used to beef on the reg, it's not beef. It doesn't taste like beef.
It is, and that's the thing is it's not a regular thing in America for people to eat. So it's not something you're just going to go out and buy and cook yourself if you're not used to it. But it's also one of those things where it is more expensive. So you're not necessarily going to buy that when you're out to eat because you don't want to spend a lot of money on something that you might not like. But I would encourage everybody, you've got to try some lamb, man.
I don't know. A lot of people get married and divorced, am I right? You spend a lot of money on people you don't like, am I right? Hey.
A nice rack
of lamb. A little divorce joke for you.
Get some lamb chops next time you go. If you see it out there, try it. If you don't like it, then you know. But you can't go through life not knowing what you like.
What's the score?
Another sack fly there. Arizona's up 4-2 with 2 outs in the top of the 8th.
Guys, Arizona plus 1.5. Arizona money line. Woo! Daddy is killing it right now.
Y'all, hey, by the way, coming to do that, guys, follow Gravy Gambles.
At Gravy Gambles, you can see what Daddy's betting on every single night. I don't know if you watched last night, just before we move on, but last night, the night before last night, went 0 for 2, was super stoked about the bets I put in, and was jacked about it. Then they both fucking just ate shit. And I put the Big Sean quote last night, took an L. Tonight we bounced back. And,
real quick.
Fucking crushed it last night.
Robert, is the golden sombrero, is that 3 strikeouts or 4 strikeouts?
4.
I think is it 4?
I want to say it's 4. Jake Lamb is going for the golden sombrero right now.
Ironically, Lamb, we just talked about Lamb, and it's all coming back together, guys. It was all part of the plan. We segued perfectly, fellas.
Yeah.
Look at us, like a bunch of professionals over here. Like a bunch of professionals. All right, that was our WWJ segment. If you would like to submit a situation where you throw Jesus in modern times, hashtag PTG WWJD to @PassTheGravyPod. I myself am at Alex J. Milton. Pat is at Not Pat Dan. Robert is at Robert Barbosa 03. Our next segment we got is the not cool segment. Now, anything that happens that's not cool could be, you get your car run into by someone, or, you get shot. If you get shot, that's a real big not cool. You stub your toe, also a not cool. But it's just varying degrees. It's really just something that I started at the beginning of this podcast so I could bitch about things once a week to help fill time. And believe me, I got a lot of stuff to bitch about. But this week's Not Cool is brought to you by our buddies at Alamo Remedy CBD. All right, guys. Alamo Remedy CBD. I got some stuff from Alamo Remedy, and let me tell you guys, AlamoRemedy.com. You can go look at all their list of products. Is I don't know if you're into the CBD game. Maybe you're not as knowledgeable about it as some. Maybe you're just you're a little bit like, what is CBD? What really is it? Well, it's not weed. A lot of people are just like, is it weed? No, it's not. It's the hemp products that come with the weed. I personally use their lotion. It's the cucumber melon lotion. I use that after I play soccer. Rub it on the ankles, rub it on the knee, rub it on the hip. Feels fantastic the next day. Personally, they have the tincture oil. They have the gummies. Love the gummies. If you have a stressful day, you're just trying to wind down at the end of the night, you pop a gummy, and I guarantee you, you're going to feel chill. You're just going to feel chill. You're not going to feel high. You're not going to have anything like you're completely like mentally coherent and everything like that. And then also, guys, let me talk about their newest product. Just got some of this new product. Tested it out last night. Tested it out today because I wanted to double test it. The Hemp Flower, guys. Hemp flowers. Now, they sent it to me, and I was like, is this weed? Is this weed? I sent it to you guys, too. I was like, it looks like weed. It's not weed, though, because it has less than 3% THC in it. I tried it. And let me tell you guys, you can smoke it. You can vape it. This is like, it's got buds. It comes in a little canister with buds in it. You can grind it up. You can put it in your pipe. You can put it in a joint if you really want to. You can put it in a vaporizer if you want to do that. Like, whatever you want. But, like, it's like smoking, but it's like without the, like, you don't feel foggy. You don't feel like you feel, I felt in tune. Like I was doing podcast prep 100% in tune with, like, I didn't feel slowed down. I didn't feel like I was behind or anything like that.
Far out, man.
It is, but it gives you that like mellow, like chilled out, like kind of like relaxed mood. If you're just looking for a way to wind down after work, try some of it, man. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. And this is the best time ever to try it. I mean, like, let's just go through all their products. They got the gummies, deliciously fruit flavored, convenient, discreet enough to take anywhere. The lotion, it soothes, moisturizes. The cucumber melon, don't eat it, but it'll make you want to eat it because it smells so good. The tincture, you just drop under your tongue in the morning. You're gonna feel great. The CBD capsules, if you just want that, that's like, if you're not as familiar with CBD, maybe that's the best way to go. All of them have 10 milligram of hemp-derived CBD. Most of their products are $17.99. And the hemp flower, though, guys, I promise you, you will love the hemp flower. That's $19.99, priced at $19.99. So what, $2 more than what you normally pay? But I guarantee you go a lot of other CBD places, you're going to see $30. You're going to see $40. This is a great price. It's a great time to try it. And I promise you, if you don't love anything you get from Alamo Remedy CBD, like, I'll pay you for, like, if you try it the first time and you don't like it, just hit me up at Alex J Middleton. Hey, didn't like it. And I'm like, all right, here, I'll Venmo you money, because
that's a deal you cannot beat.
I promise you, you will not be disappointed. Also, save 10% off of your order at AlamoRemedy.com when you use our promo code PTG at checkout. That's 10% off of your order at AlamoRemedy.com when you use our promo code PTG at checkout. And if you want some free Alamo Remedy products, I have 10 free products of your choosing. No, choose the hemp flower. Choose the hemp flower, guys. I'm just saying. Choose the hemp flower. You're going to love it. But I have 10 free hemp products or Alamo Remedy products to give away to some lucky Gravy Gang members. All you got to do, go follow them on Instagram at Alamo Remedy CBD, at Alamo Remedy CBD on Instagram, and then like all their posts. Go like every picture that you can, okay? This is like, if you want some free shit, like, this is some high-end shit we're going to give you away for free. Like at Alamo Remedy, or follow them on Instagram at Alamo Remedy CBD. And then like as many posts as you can. And then on all the posts that you can, comment, use the hashtag Gravy Gang. I love all the people that have seen our posts on our Instagram that have gone over and do it. Like, I'm going to pick 10 of you guys. 10 of you will win free stuff. They'll ask you what you want. I'll send them your email. And then, boom, you're going to get to try some Alamo Remedy CBD. Also, make sure you use our promo code if you're just going to try it on your own. AlamoRemedy.com. Use our code PTG at checkout for 10% off of your order. AlamoRemedy.com. PTG is your promo code for 10% off of your order. And then at Alamo Remedy CBD, go hashtag Gravy Gang on all of their comments. Like as many of their posts as you can. And then hashtag Gravy Gang. I love all you guys that have already started doing this. Gravy Gang, let's represent. Let's let them know that the Gravy Gang is behind Alamo Remedy CBD. Alamo Remedy CBD, the official CBD sponsor of Pass the Gravy podcast and our Not Cool segment. Here's the intro for that.
Not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool.
Not cool. Not cool.
Dude, that's not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool.
Not cool. Not cool.
Dude, that's not cool. That's not cool.
So, on the way home from work today, before
This is good.
you guys are listening, you're probably going to notice that this podcast was released later than normal. That's my fault. I had to stop by.
You're
not
telling
really the
us, am I right,
courthouse,
Robert?
But I had to stop by whatever building you got to go to sign up for defensive driving because of my speeding ticket that I
You
have
drive too
previously
offensively.
told you about that. I do drive too offensively.
He's
so
an
I need to learn
offensive
to drive
driver.
defensively. And so I'm
Defense does
leaving
win
that
championships.
place. I'm driving down Derry Ashford, and all of a sudden, I go to hit my brakes, and where normally your brakes start, they didn't start, so I had to like push it down to the fucking floorboard. My brakes were just like done.
What's the panic mode in that? Like how quickly do you start to panic? We're like, uh-oh, this isn't doing what it's supposed to do.
Pretty fucking quickly. Like the second
Because
your
when my
foot goes
gas
down,
didn't work, when I hit the gas a couple weeks ago, and mine not cool, where it was like, why is my car not moving? Why is my car not moving? Immediately panicked.
I will tell you right now, I would prefer my gas not work than the brakes.
Oh, no, I agree.
Because the brakes are, oh, no. the
You
brakes
run into
still
shit.
worked, but I literally had to put like pedal to the floor to start braking. So like, and I'm
waiting
like,
for Charlie Day to hop out and go, wild card, bitches.
I'm going down Derry Ashford,
Just
so it's not like I'm going very fast anyway. But you're just like, you start to hit your brakes and they don't engage where they normally engage. You go, Luckily, this is right when I was turning into a Kroger to buy beer for this podcast on the way home. As you guys will notice, there is no beer here with me if you're watching the video version. I pull in.
Cool.
And in the past, I've heard when you get spongy brakes, it's just, pump your brakes. Pump them, and sometimes it'll help them re-engage. So I'm sitting in the parking lot doing that, and it's not working. I go, well, you know what? I'm going to go inside. I'll get my beer. I'll come back out, and hopefully they work better. I go inside. Guess what this Kroger does not have? They don't have Southern Star.
Southern Star.
They don't have Ranch
Motherfuckers.
Rider.
Well, that's a liquor store thing only because it's got liquor.
Oh, it is? Oh, it's liquor. Okay. I
That would make sense.
realized
But
that.
like, what
At
the fuck,
time,
Kroger? Why would you not have Southern Star? No, I get it.
But
You're
my-
mad. You're hot. You're heated.
But my brain is all over the place. So then I get out to my car and I go, all right, come on, baby. Turn and not
Like
turn
Cumbo.
on, but it turns on. And I put it into drive and I go and I just hit the brakes. I'm like, oh, this sucks. Like the brakes work.
Are you having to like slam on them every time though?
I mean, I got to go down. Like I'm not slamming, but I got to go down far. But it's like if I was in a situation where I had to slam on the brakes, they would not engage enough to stop it. So then I had to basically run the feeder all the way from Derry Ashford out to Grand Parkway, which is a pain in the ass.
Super
I get it to
relatable to,
my-
anybody that does not know the Houston roadways.
I mean, a lot of people will know. Katy, Derry Ashford. If you're on the west side, you understand it.
If you're not,
If
from
you
Houston,
don't, then
no idea.
fucking look it up. I don't know what to tell you.
We took feeders, basically.
I get it out to my shop. I drop it off, and of course, normally my sister's out of work. She are out of work by this time of day. Not a problem. I was like, hey, I need you to meet me at the auto body place. It's like across the highway from where she
I
works.
mean, it's supper time. She should be getting dinner ready about that time. Am I right, fellas?
Not what I'm saying at all. This is at like 3:00. Just so happened she had a long shift. So then I had to get a fucking lift because and I was like, God damn it. And I delayed our usual podcast. Usually we connect at like 2:30. We started about 3.
Yeah, quarantine time at least.
Yeah, we started like 4.
4-ish,
4:15. Yeah. And just all this shit. And then, of course, as you guys know, in the middle of this podcast, I get the call and they tell me the first thing the guy says to me, hey, are you planning on keeping this car for a while? And the first thing
Never a great sign.
that's not a good fucking sign. I go, I go, well, my final payment is next month, and I was kind of planning on driving this till it dies. He goes, oh, well, and he proceeds to tell me that my AC is basically just fucked. Because I dropped it off and I go, hey, my brakes did this, but also my AC's out, so look at that too.
For 2 years. For 2 years, it's out.
Yeah, and what he proceeds to tell me is that a couple years ago I had the same place. They had replaced my compressor and all that stuff too. And he looks and goes, well, what it is it's this. I looked for like an hour and a half. What it is like behind your dashboard, there's this sensor that Brantley, ground rule double Brantley. He goes, there's a sensor behind it that is supposed to read the ambient temperature. Say it's like 86 degrees outside, it'll read 86. You turn on your AC, it kicks on the compressor and lets it know, cool it down. Once it gets to about 32 degrees, it cools it off so it doesn't, or it cuts off the air conditioning so it doesn't freeze until it gets back to a temperature where it'll just keep cool. He goes, yours constantly reads at -4 degrees. And he goes,
why?
Because it's fucked. And he goes, to fix that, it's, we got to get behind the dashboard. It's going to cost a lot. It's going to cost a couple thousand. I go, and also he tells me, well, your brakes, you need to replace all 4 brake pads. And I was like, yeah, kind of figured. Can't remember the last time I did anything with my brakes on this car. It's at 160,000 miles. And I told the guy, I was like, well, just fix the brakes. I was like, I've gone long enough without AC. 2 years. I'm used to it by now. I'm not going to spend another $2,000 on this fucking car or at least not right now. Who knows? Maybe I'll get a big win this year on a fantasy fucking bet. Who knows?
Start gambling with me, bro.
I'm going to, because I want to pay for some fucking AC.
We can do that. My goal is to buy a car with our gambling wins.
But I told him, I was like, hey, just get it fixed. He goes, all right, I'll call you back tomorrow with the estimate and everything. But I was just like, what the fuck? How come every not cool I have has to come on the day that we are recording? And I feel like each week it's gotten progressively worse. So I'm fucking scared about next week, guys.
Yeah, we just cancel the podcast instead. Like, we don't want anything bad happen to Pat anymore.
I'm terrible, and that's normally I have Wednesdays off, so I would not have known about this. But because the coworker that got it, I'm working doubles basically every day right now, which I don't give a shit about. Which actually probably helps me right now because I'm logging a shit ton more hours to pay for all this shit. But I'm just like, well, God damn it, what the fuck, man? At least after 2 years, I finally know what the fucking problem is with my AC. And hopefully I can find a spot where, like, I can find a guy that's just like, dude, I'll rip out your fucking AC and fix this for $80.
Yeah,
or not rip out your AC, rip out your center console. The center console might not line up correctly afterwards, but I'll get it done. I'll be like, I don't give a shit. If I can get AC working in my car and it's not going to cost me a couple G's.
Remember when Napa was just our
all
boys?
about it.
If only we had Napa around.
I don't think they would fix my AC.
Point us in the right
That's not their
direction,
thing.
probably, at least.
I mean, I'm anybody in the Gravy Gang. If you know a guy,
Yo,
that
Pat
if you know
DM.
about cars, slide into my DMs. If you know about cars,
Do you want me to help
know
you
a
out? I know how
guy
to change tires.
that might be able to help me out, slide into my DMs. I would greatly appreciate it. But you know what? That is my not cool.
It's a pretty solid not cool.
I'm scared for
I mean,
next
it's
week's
not cool that's you're not cool, but like that sucks. But like in the scale
actually,
of not
but
cool,
it's
that's a pretty good one.
Because my brakes going out caused me to finally know what the fucking problem with my AC is.
There you go. I'll go next.
I mean, this is an 8-year-old car, so
Yeah, I'm learning about the life of cars right now myself. If you all heard my not cool from a couple weeks ago, and it's just.
Well, you got a lemon, bro. You got a lemon.
I didn't fucking get a lemon, and it's okay right now. But like, I just need to maybe.
What did you say? You've got 60,000 miles?
No, I have. I thought I had 60,000 miles. I have about 90,000. I was
okay.
under the estimate.
Okay, so that's a little better. That's
Not
not
quite
as
90,000.
bad.
I
But...
think I'm about 70 something away from.
Okay,
90,000.
no, 90 and 70 something. No, you could have said I have almost 80. No, 90 and 70 something are very different on the lifespan of cars. You should be able to get more than 70
I'm about
something out of your fucking car.
70-ish miles away from about 90,000 is what I meant. But
Bro, you don't even understand numbers. I don't know what you're talking
I'm
about.
about 70-ish miles away from hitting 9,000 on my
Yeah.
loadout. But okay. So
I
let me
would
go
like
with
to go a week. if I could make a wish to the genies out there and the gods and everyone,
The gravy
can
guy.
we have 1 week where the Gravy Gang doesn't have any car problems?
That'd be super.
That'd be great, man.
And
These car problems
don't-
are the worst.
Then compact it with us having double car problems. Please don't ever just not at all ever car problems would be tight. Mine not cool. I have a couple actually. I just thought of one. But my girlfriend has been buying these soaps at the grocery store, and it's not her fault. But like, it's very like washing your hands is very big nowadays. You know, like
Not cool being clean.
No, I'm not saying not that. That's like soap is not. You're not cool. But like the soap companies, because there is a that we just threw away last night. There was about like I would say like this much left in the bottle. Like if you're watching the video version, I would say like one.
That looks like about half an inch.
About half an inch of it was left in the bottle, which is probably like 6, 7, 8, 10, 12 washes, like pumps at least you get with. I don't know. Liquid doesn't. I don't know how to quantify liquid, but like I feel like with soap,
Is it a pump or is it a squeeze bottle?
It's a pump.
Oh, so yeah, you're gonna get more out of a pump bottle than a squeeze bottle. Yeah.
Right. So we had that soap by the kitchen sink, but like like you have the little pump, the squirt bottle or whatever. It's got the little tube that comes out of the little pump thing, right? But the pump thing, like the little tube was so short, like it didn't get to that bottom part. And so it was like, we have like like an inch and a half of fucking soap in this that we can't get to. What the fuck? And then it's like, yeah, you can unscrew it and then do this every single time. But then you got to wait for the liquid to get all the way to the top. Then you got to wait for it to pour out. Then you put too much on your hands, so you're wasting soap. And it was just like, we're like, fuck it. We're throwing this away. We already have another thing of soap. But it's just like, why sell soap that I have to throw away that much of it every single time? Like, that's fucking on you guys. Make your little fucking tube a little bit longer, like an inch longer, and we're good. And then I won't bitch anymore. My real not cool this week is it's another very first world problem. Not cool. I feel like I've had a lot of those lately. But I ordered DoorDash on Saturday. Love Shake Shack. I know everybody's got the Whataburger, V, In-N-Out, and I like to be third party on this one, where it's like I like both of those too. So I'm a Shake Shack guy. I love Shake Shack. Shake Shack's the shit. Shack burgers are awesome. You get the bacon cheddar or the bacon cheese fries. Those are the shit too. But I ordered DoorDash on Saturday. All right. Emma and I were getting dinner via the Dash, and our food arrived. Now we're doing the contactless delivery. So it was like, oh, hey, here's a picture of your food. Just got delivered. I was like, tight, thanks. And a lot of times you can hear them put that down there. You get the notification that they delivered it. And like, I'll try and go to the door real fast. And then I'll see like the delivery guy or gal going down the steps. I'm like, hey, thank you. Because I always like to say thank you to the people that like bring you your food.
Of course.
Hey, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Be safe. And picked up the food, brought it inside, was like super stoked to eat. I had the bacon cheese fries and the shake burger and was ready to go. And then was just like, wait, why is there one thing of fries in here? Emma got fries too. Why is there one burger in here when we definitely ordered 2? And I looked at the side of the bag where it's got the receipt. It's like DoorDash order Alex Hernandez. And like, if you looked far enough down, it was from Alex Hernandez. And I was like, 1, probably not on the DoorDash guy, because my name is Alex. At the top of it, it says DoorDash. But no, by the top of the thing, it says DoorDash order Alex. It didn't say Alex Middleton. It said DoorDash order Alex. Then it had the orders. It had like what was ordered, and then it had the last name at the bottom of it. It had like his first and last name at the bottom of it. And the guy probably just went in, like I probably would have done, walked in, saw Alex. Oh, I'm picking up an order for Alex. Grabbed the bag.
Yeah, no, that's 100% on the restaurant for not confirming the order.
Okay. Only problem, and normally, most of the time, like I've done this at a couple sub shops. I've definitely had it happen where I grabbed the wrong Alex's burrito at Bullritos, but it was like, it's a burrito. I don't fucking care. The motherfucker, Alex Hernandez, like, I don't know you, bro. You have fucking shit taste.
We should probably bleep this guy's last name.
There's like, I would assume Alex Hernandez is a fairly popular name.
Very common, but what if he's a listener? And he was like,
Alex Hernandez,
my DoorDash
if you're listening, bro, I love you.
Week.
if you're listening, Alex Hernandez, I love you. You have shit taste in Shake Shack, okay? Because do you guys know what a shroom burger is? It sounds like you
No.
know what a shroom burger is. Really just like a mushroom that was like turned into a patty, like a deep fried.
Oh, so it's like a vegetarian one. It's
Basically,
like
that's what
with
that
a
is.
portobello
And
mushroom.
then just regular fries with no cheese or any of that bullshit. And that's what we got. So Emma had ordered a burger. Emma ordered fries. I ordered the bacon cheese fries. I ordered my burger. We got a mushroom burger, a regular burger, because obviously either Alex or his other person he was ordering with or for had good taste, because one of them had good taste because there was a regular burger, but it didn't have anything on it. So it was like, why would you not just load up?
I'm gonna assume it was
and put
Alex.
a
You're
thing
giving
on it?
Alex hate. I'm assuming he's got the regular burger.
Okay. Well, then there's a shroom burger. And the shroom burger fucking is absolute trash. If you're expecting to bite into a burger patty and you bite into a mushroom, ugh.
Oh,
Yeah.
so you didn't realize it was the wrong order until you bit in. You just thought they forgot the fries.
We thought it was fishy. Looked at the thing, was like, oh, it can't be that bad. Bit into it. Oh my
Oh
God.
no! So you
my
realized
God.
it was a mushroom burger and still tried
We
it.
just saw a shroom burger. I was like, it's probably got mushroom in it. How bad can it be? Fucking terrible. It's fucking terrible. And
So
it's
you're
like,
just dumb.
is-
You don't know the difference between beef and a mushroom.
No, I do know the difference, but I was just trying to give him like the benefit of that because I don't want to double order. And I was just like, yo, like it's not I'm not gonna, because like I gave the guy 5 stars because I hate giving anybody like I've never given an Uber driver. No, I've never given an Uber driver. And I've given one person 4 stars because I was mad because they didn't. I kept telling them to exit and they wouldn't listen to me. And I was like, this is where you go. Nope, you didn't listen to anything I just said. Okay, cool. All right, well, what you're going to do is you turn here and just, didn't listen to that. Cool. Gave him 4 stars. Was like, I'm never going to be the dick that gives you 0 or 1 stars because I fucking hate those people.
Oh, no, never.
There's too many people like that. But like, Pat's just freaking out. Right now. But,
Astros tied it up 1-1.
so I gave the guy the 5 stars. There was like, how was the food? I gave the food 1 star because I was like, the food fucking sucked because it wasn't what I thought. And then,
Bro, you should have immediately called and been like, y'all gave me the wrong food.
No,
I understand
but
you're
I messaged.
hungry.
I hit the thing. DoorDash hit me up. Totally.
Miles
credited
Straw
me.
slid into first base, by the way. That's awesome.
They credited me for my shit, but it was just like, at that point we were so like you've committed. You know, you're gonna eat Shake Shack. The food arrived. You waited the 45 minutes or whatever for the food. And it's like, we can't just order again. So we didn't order again. But then it's just like, now, like, that was kind of a waste of a dinner.
And I'm going to say what a lot of people that are listening are thinking right now. Should have got Whataburger.
Should have got Whataburger, but I didn't have to leave.
There's no possibility of getting a mushroom burger at Whataburger.
That's true. There should never be a possibility.
You get the wrong
Whataburger,
Whataburger, you know what you're getting? Still something delicious.
Yeah, that's true. But that was my not
punk
cool.
bitch.
Robert, what's your not cool this week?
So last week on Thursday, taking a break from working, I went to go check the mail, and I noticed that one of my tires was a little low on air. I'm like, oh, that's weird. I took a closer look, saw that there was a big screw in the tire, like at least 1 inch. I'm like, oh man, dang it!
F's in the chat.
That's what my girl always tells me.
I took a
F's in the chat, or at least 1 inch.
At least 1 inch. Actually, both. That was at least 1 inch. F's in the chat. Anyone? I'm sorry, Robert.
I took a picture of it because I couldn't see it too well because it was super bright outside.
That's what she said.
And then when I looked at the picture, I saw that it wasn't just 1 screw; it was 2. Like a little bit of ways. I'm like, oh, come on. But luckily,
so that's not even just a patch. Like, you don't want to patch 2 holes.
Then luckily there's a tire place like 5 minutes down the street from me. So I went there to see if I could get patched up. Like, yeah, we can patch it up. They take it out. They put it in like that water soap so they can see exactly where the nails are.
The bubbles, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Turns out there's a 3rd nail in the tire.
Where were you driving?
I have
Apparently
no
in
idea.
your old fucking apartment complex.
Yeah, or a construction site.
There's a third nail, but this one is on the sidewall, which can't be patched.
Oh,
That's a
The
whole
other-
tire.
someone mistook your car. Like if there's a wall in your nail in your sidewall, someone put that shit there.
Was it straight up on the side, or was it like the bottom side?
Sort of like the sides, like it's on the edge of being on the side and kind of like on the
It was
top.
side. It was enough of the side where they had
Yeah.
to round up. Yeah. That's the worst.
Maybe.
And so yeah,
Oh, dude.
the first two nails that I saw in the picture, those could have been patched, but this third one couldn't be patched. I had to buy a whole new tire. Cost me $100, and I have a warranty with like Walmart, but I can't even go to check it because all the Walmart auto centers are closed because of COVID.
What?
Yeah.
No way.
Which is
Mhm.
like you should be able to at least set
No
up an
way.
appointment.
Yep, they're all closed.
No way.
I could
I
have
feel
gone.
like I feel like I can check the Katie ones and they'll be open. There's no fucking way.
They
I
might
love
be
this
open
part
now,
where
but
Pat
but
finds
they
out
were.
that they won't work, and then it's like
I
good
will
thing you
go
looked that
full
up.
Karen for you and ask to speak to a manager.
Yeah,
Everybody
Well,
at
hold on. Here's
tag
the thing, though.
Walmart right now and be like, "What
Hold on,
the
here's the
fuck?
thing, at
Fix
least-
Robert's car."
No. If you have a warranty, but they're not open to honor the warranty, I feel like if you bring a receipt later on, then they'll have to honor that. Like,
But you gotta wait for them to do that
Here's
first,
my
I feel like,
receipt
instead
for
of
my
getting it
new
fixed.
tire that shows it was within the warranty time, but you were not available. I feel like they should have to honor that.
Yeah, there should be something because I'm pretty sure the warranty would have covered to replace that tire,
Yeah,
and I just couldn't go to Walmart. I couldn't go.
which is a lot of times the reason you buy tires from certain places. We're like, "Oh, it's
Mhm.
got a warranty. I got a 2-year warranty in this bad boy. Cool. At least if I have a problem with it, I can come back."
My problem is I tend to buy tires from two different places, and I never know which one.
Just take it
Like
above.
it's either like I bought some tires from Walmart. I bought some of them from the tire. What the fuck is it called?
Tire King.
No, it's like right
Tire
there next
Mart.
to it. I don't know, but I'll buy
Discount
it.
tire.
Discount tire. That's it. And I'm like, oh shit, I don't know if this tire is from that one or the other one. So you pull up,
I'm
you're like,
tired.
is this one of the ones that's under warranty? And they're like, no. I'm like, okay, sorry, I'm gonna go to the other place.
Yeah, normally I'm like that too, but last year I got 4 new tires all from Walmart,
Mm.
so I know they're all from there. Except now one of them isn't.
I have
That
been
fucking sucks, dude.
No, but I think as long as do not lose that receipt.
I still have the receipt.
Yeah, do not lose it. And
Put it in
like
your glove box.
if I was you, I would go up to Walmart. When did this happen?
Last Thursday.
I would go up to the Walmart that you got it from and go to the service center and be like, I understand this is not your department. I had a warranty on the tire. Y'all's tire location is closed. Don't call me Karen. Is there a manager I can speak to about being reimbursed later on this? That's what I would do. Because it is under warranty, but you guys are not able to fulfill my warranty right now, and I can't drive on 3 wheels. So I need to know. And it's Walmart. So I feel like Walmart will take care of you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I would do. Go back. If you have some time the next couple of days, go up there, bring your receipt. Just be like, hey, this is the deal.
Yeah, the situation just kept getting worse because, like I said, I thought I saw just one now. I took a picture and I see I have a second now. I take it to the place. Turns out I
Yeah.
have a third one, and this one can't be patched. I have to get a new tire.
As long as you let them know, be like, I've got warranty. You guys were not able to fill my warranty. Can you cover the $100?
How crazy was it though that you were able to drive with 3 screws in your tire though? That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I was going really slow. Like I
What
said,
was it,
literally-
like a half a mile you had to go?
not even that. Literally, like maybe 2-3 minutes away from my place, just down the
Yeah.
street.
That's
Kinda
lucky as
cool,
shit.
though.
Mhm.
Yeah, that is very lucky.
But also, Walmart, come through for our boys.
And everybody should just also tag at Walmart and be like, WTF, help out Robert at Robert Barbosa's USA.
I'm telling you, if you go there and explain the situation and let them know, I'm sure they'll take care of you. I'm sure they'll cover it.
Yeah, yeah.
Or at the very least, they'll give you a tire and under warranty, and maybe you have to pay that $100 difference, but at least it'll be another tire that's under warranty. That's a full tire.
Mhm.
There you
So
go.
you might have to eat the 100, but you'll probably still get an under warranty tire.
Yeah, I'll see what I can do.
Yeah. I expect
I'll
an
do
update
something.
next week.
Update, please.
And you better remember to update us because I will not remember.
He won't. He's very drunk right now. All
No,
right,
I can't
I'm just
remember
kidding.
anything we say 20 minutes after this podcast ends.
All right, that was the not cool segment. Let's move on to my favorite segment we do every week, the answers segment. Now, there's no such thing as a stupid question.
Just stupid people.
Let's fucking hurry up and say it. But if you got a question that you, like a high thought, drunk thought, something you thought of while you're in the shower, you saw it on a billboard while you were driving around town, you saw it online, but you wanted to know what the Gravy Gang has to say to it. Any question you have, we'll get to the bottom of it. Hit us up, hashtag PTG Answers at Past Grade Pod. I'm at Alex J. Milton. Pat's at Not Pet D, and Robert is at Robert Barbosa 03. Use the hashtag PTG Answers. If you don't have a Twitter, why not? I don't understand it, but you can email.
Get on it, guys. It's fun.
Answers at pastthegravepod.com. It is fun to be part of the Gravy Gang on Twitter and Instagram at pastthegravepod, hashtag PTG Answers. This Answers segment is brought to you by our newest sponsor, Ranch Rider Spirits Company. They're all natural cocktails made with premium distilled spirits, sparkling water, and fresh squeezed fruit. Not a drop of added sugar, artificial sweetener, or any of that natural flavoring bullshit. These guys are from Austin. They were originally part of a food truck. They just wanted to provide healthy alcoholic drinks to their friends. Thus, Ranch Rider Spirits Company came from that. And I got to tell you guys, I'm digging me some Ranch Rider. My favorite, I haven't decided yet. The Chilton, because I'm a vodka guy. I'm a vodka guy most of the time. The Chilton, right? Okay, that's got vodka, sparkling water, real lemon juice, and sea salt. But I'm also torn between that and the ranch water. The ranch water is delicious. Ranch water has tequila, sparkling water, and lime juice as well. They also have one with like grapefruit juice as well. But I'm telling you, it's like canned cocktails. You don't got to mix it. It's perfectly mixed. It's awesome. It's a great like summer drink. It's a great pool drink. It's a great just chilling drink. I got to tell you, Emma absolutely loves the ranch water. I cannot keep the ranch water in the refrigerator. In the 6-packs, it comes with 2 of each. The Chilton, the ranch water, and the Tequila Paloma, I believe. Yeah, Tequila Paloma, which is tequila, sparkling water, grapefruit, and lime, which is delicious. But it's awesome. It's a nice little, like maybe, like we love Southern Star with all of our heart here on this podcast. Maybe beer is not your thing. If you'd like to try something that's not beer, Ranch Rider Spirits Company. I guarantee you, you're going to love them. You can pick them up at any of your favorite liquor stores, Specs, Total Wine, and more. Goody. Most liquor stores have it, but all the big ones, I promise you, just be like, where's the Ranch Rider Spirits Company? And they'll tell you, oh, go get it up. It's from Texas for people from Texas. Ranch Rider cocktails. They got fresh citrus, real cocktails, and none of that bullshit. The best mixed drink cocktails you can buy. And like, I mean, the cans are pretty fucking sick. Like, look at that. That's pretty badass. It's like they used to be a food truck. They started making their own beer, or not their own beer, their own booze. And now they're sponsoring your favorite podcast. Check them out. Ranch Rider Spirits Company. Ranch Rider Spirits Company. If you're drinking one, tag them at Ranch Rider Spirits. Let them know you heard about them on Past the Gravy Podcast. Be a pal. Let them know that the Gravy Gang supports Ranch Rider Spirits Company. Hit us up with a picture of you drinking a Ranch Rider at Past the Gravy Pod and tag them at Ranch Rider Spirits. Ranch Rider Spirits, the newest sponsor of Past the Gravy Podcast, the official sponsor of this week's Answers segment.
Well, if you just answered the question, why don't you just answer the question? Be honest, no big deal. Yeah, answer the question.
Don't change the subject, just answer the fucking question.
Any questions?
Our first Answers question comes from our podcast son, Skylar Lester.
Oh my God, it's Skylar!
At OMG, it's Skylar on Twitter. And Skylar says, people who say, have a nice weekend on a Wednesday. Are you okay?
Bro, you know, don't hate on people. Like, sometimes they just, especially in quarantine, everyone forgets what day of the week
They don't
it
know
is.
what day it is. Maybe that's actually a very good point.
Or maybe you won't see the person for the rest of the week.
That's
it feels
also
like
a very
see
valid
you
answer.
next year thing, though. Like, you know, like,
No,
when you see somebody
no,
and just say, like, see you next year.
No, it's not that, because it's not a joke entailed with it. It's just like, hey, you know, have a good weekend. I won't see you until after the break. Have a good weekend.
Anybody that wishes me well, yeah, I'm pretty cool with them. But like, yeah, it is odd. But a lot of
Skylar,
times I just
you know what?
assume that you're just not going to see them. Or they just
You're-
don't think
you're-
they're going to see you.
You're being a snob and you're grounded. All right. You're not grounded.
Don't ground him.
But you got to do in this house we believe in corporal punishment. So you owe me 50 push-ups over the week. That's what it is. I'm not going to make you run because these colors don't run.
That's true.
But you owe me 50 push-ups. Also, if you don't feel like doing that, then fuck it. But we're pretty laid back, father. I got to consult with Jerry if this is allowed. But
there you go.
Don't judge. Stop judging.
But yeah, I don't know. I think they're okay. I think they're just trying to be nice.
Yeah, or they just forgot what day of the week it is, and man,
very
that's very understandable.
Okay, let's go with our next question. It's from our boy Tim Kostanek, the helmet maker of Past the Gravy podcast. He made us our football helmets and some baseball helmets. Tim Kostanek.
He makes us condoms.
He didn't make us condoms. Yeah.
So he was the helmet maker.
At the one called Tim on Twitter, Tim says, bird baths, a swingers club or nudist colonies for birds?
I'm going to say it's a swingers club because birds are always nude.
See, I always have had a whole bit where I always wanted to call things bird bath conversations. Or like if you ever like it's like the conversation you have with your buddy or not your buddy at work, just the guy at work that catches you at like the water cooler. It's like, oh, did you see that Astros game last night? And you just have a meaningless conversation that means absolutely nothing to you, but you're just getting through 2 minutes of your day. That's what I like to call a bird bath conversation, because at the end of the day, it means absolutely nothing, because a bird bath at the end of the day means absolutely nothing. And it's
Alex,
kind of just a waste of time and space.
This is the nicest way I can say this. Stop trying to make fetch happen.
A bird bath conversation is a pointless conversation. And if sometimes we've all been in bird bath conversations.
Stop trying to make fetch happen.
I'm going to make it happen.
It's water cooler talk. It's always been known as that. Quit trying to make bird bath conversation happen.
No, it's not just water cooler talk. It's other things like that. Like it doesn't just have to be at a water cooler.
No. But that's the general. Quit trying to make fetch happen.
I always just thought of bird baths as like.
By
does
the way,
this need
this
to be
has
here?
nothing to do with the question. This has nothing to do with the question.
No, I'm just saying a bird bath is unnecessary as shit. It doesn't need to be there.
Whoa! Talk to a bird. They would disagree.
Lakes, rivers, rain, literally any other body of water besides just gross water that congregates in like a cement bullshit, disgusting, moldy pond.
You realize how easy
then
those
a
are
bird
to clean,
goes
right?
in and like dips in. What?
You realize those are super easy to clean.
Right.
You're just assuming that the owner of a bird bath doesn't give a shit.
How often do people clean bird baths? Because I bet they don't clean them very often.
I wouldn't think very often, but if it gets to a point where it looks dirty, all you have to do is slightly tilt it, wipe it down, and bring your hose.
I don't think a lot of people do that, dude.
I think more people do it than what you are thinking. But I'm going to stand firm in my stance that you're trying to make fetch happen, and I don't agree with you. And also, I'm going to say they are swingers clubs and not nudist colonies because birds are always nude. Now, I would like you to answer the question that Tim posed to us.
If anything, it would be a bathhouse for birds.
That, I think, is more accurate, the bathhouse.
But it's pointless because birds don't need a bathhouse. So it's a pointless thing, like a bird
birds
bath
get
conversation.
Birds
This
get
is a
dirty.
bird bath conversation we're having right now.
Robert, where do you stand?
Out of these two options, I'm going to go swingers club.
But like, it's also kind of a bathhouse.
I would say that the bathhouse, I think, is a more accurate description. But if I had to choose the two, I'd go swingers club because I also have to assume that birds also fuck in there from time to time.
Oh, they do.
So then it's definitely a swingers club.
But what if they're like a monogamous couple?
I don't know if birds do that. I don't know enough about birds.
You don't know that they don't.
No, you're right. I do not know.
Haven't you seen Home Alone? The doves, they find each other, and that's just what they do. They're just with that same person, according to that old man that gave it to Kevin McAllister.
By the way, that was a woman, not a man.
No, the old guy that ran the toy store.
Oh, never mind.
Okay, mister. I know everything about Home Alone. Shut the fuck up.
I was thinking of the bird lady from Home Alone, Lost in New York.
No, that
The
was
pigeon
the
lady.
woman.
Yeah. Yep.
Doves
I
are
admit
classy
my fault.
pigeons.
I admit my fault. I apologize.
Doves are just classy pigeons. Another thing I'd like to clarify here.
Not at all. Not at all. Birds or doves or pigeons are sky rats. Doves, I would say, are closer to a sky cat.
So
They are majestic, but they can also be dicks.
So a classy pigeon
That's a question for next week.
by us. So yeah, I would say bird baths aren't swingers clubs or nudist colonies. They're like at best a bathhouse, but just like birdhouse or bird baths. Like let's focus with bird houses. Bird baths kind of weird and pointless. Like a bird doesn't
I
need
disagree.
a bird bath.
I don't know why you're hating on birds. Like I find your
I'm not
hate
hating
of
on
birds
birds.
to
I'm
be
hating on bird
off-putting.
baths. I'm hating on bird baths.
Yeah,
You know-
I find it to be off-putting.
I'm pro bird, anti bird bath.
Yeah, as an expert on bird law, I figured you would kind of respect the.
I am
bird
very
baths.
respectful of birds, but just like the bird law, like think of the diseases that are the communicable diseases in these bird baths. Like, like as someone that has sued
I'm sorry.
multiple birds,
I'm sorry.
from multiple other birds because they've gotten whatnot in these bird bath situations. I know a few things, okay?
So you think the communicable diseases of a bird bath in an open air environment are more than in a bird house in a closed environment?
A bird house is more of a family situation. So yeah,
No.
usually that's amongst the family.
No. This is an enclosed environment that any bird can fly into.
Yeah, dude.
And
I
you think that's
I think bird houses
better
are more
off
open
for a
space.
communicable disease than an open air bird bath.
Yeah, because all of your communicable disease goes right into the water. Then every other bird that lands and gets
That's
in the water
not-
immediately gets.
Oh God.
Exactly.
that's
See, Pat's speechless. Moving on.
No,
Moving.
I'm speechless because we
Our
almost had a
next-
Dodgers 2-1 fucking. Shut up, Alex. You just refuse to accept.
Pat's
fault.
watching baseball. You don't even fucking know what you're watching. All right. Our
Bitch,
next
how
question
often do you watch
is,
soccer while we're playing?
A couple times. Just a couple times. Next
I'm sorry,
question
this is the first time for me.
from our buddy Ashley Wilkins. Ashley with an I. She has to say that if vampires can't see their reflections, why is their hair always so neat?
I'm sorry, do you assume that blind people can't do their hair?
Yeah, she probably does. I mean, I do.
I've never seen a blind person with unkempt hair.
But does that mean that they did it or someone else did it for them?
I mean, are you assuming that blind people can't take care of themselves?
I think she makes a good point, though, because if you...
I think both of you are
Dracula.
just coming across as bigots.
Dracula, slicked back hair. Anybody from Twilight that I have not really watched, I've seen pieces of Twilight, but, like, they all have great hair.
Also, you have to
They all have
remember
great hair in that
Dracula.
movie.
Dracula had like 3 or 4 women around him that were his brides, I guess you could call them. So he probably had them do his hair. for him.
broads.
Not broads.
Broad. I said brood.
No, they were his fucking broads, bro.
They were
Dracula laid
broads.
that fucking pipe, bro.
I think, like, yeah, they gotta just know. Like, I think you have like a mental mirror if you're a vampire.
By the
You
way-
can't see your reflection, so you just know what you look like anyways. You can see like an outer
Also-
body. It's like an outer body experience being a vampire.
You don't need a mirror to comb your hair. You
I
don't.
know that.
I mean, I have very short hair because I've always kept it that way, and I'm also going bald. But Robert, do you not feel like you could comb your hair without a mirror?
I can comb my hair without a mirror. I've done it.
But,
before.
like,
Especially
good-
if you've been alive for 1,000 years. I feel like you could just be like, yep, right here, right here. Also, you can use your hand to feel if shit is sticking up. Bam, that's why you don't need a mirror to comb your hair.
Speaking of
There's
vampires,
a
by the way.
logical fallacy in this question.
Speaking of vampires, by the way, I do not think, with Past the Great Bro going on and everything, I do not think we're going to have time to record a bonus episode of Past the Great for next Monday. Robert's podcast comes out, which we will promote heavily. But also,
Yes.
I've been thinking, back in the day when Past the Great first started, like one of our first like guests was a vampire. I think I might rerun that.
Energy
interview.
vampire.
an energy vampire, not a blood vampire. And he explains all of that because if I remember correctly, we watched True Life.
AKA an idiot.
It's like True Life something. And like, one of the things was I'm a vampire. And there was a group of vampires in, I say with quotes, in Austin, Texas. And I tried to get Curtis, who lived in Austin at the time, to like go and like talk to them on the podcast. And he was like, I'm absolutely not going anywhere near them. I do not. No.
Smart decision by Curtis.
So we found someone online. He lived in Michigan. We did an entire interview with a vampire. This is way before Pass the Gravy. Like this is when we were like struggling to get to like 30 listens. And we thought this was going to be our thing that took us to the next level. It was not. I think I may rerun that episode. Is that cool? Is that a funny? Like, is that like? I think that'd be a good idea, right? It's been a long time. Maybe
Honestly,
I bring that bad boy back.
Like to, if we could check back in on that person and see if they are still a vampire, and I would like to be a part of this interview, so I can.
See, we can't because said vampire, who I will not name right now, may or may not have listened back to that and not loved the fact that I played him out with the Sarah Marshall bit where it's Jason Segel just playing the piano, and then it's getting kind of hard to believe that things are going to get better.
If I find Van Helsing, I swear I
to the Lord I will slay him. It was like a Muppet vampire. So he was very disappointed with us.
For that episode. As many times as we have talked about it.
That's our Monday episode, okay?
Yeah.
It's a rerun episode. But
see, here's the thing.
It's gonna be good.
I think the Monday episodes, if you're going to keep doing, which were always quarantine episodes, and so we always understood they were going to come to the end.
Cut into because it used to be I had time.
Let me
now
finish.
I'm doing 3 other podcasts.
I don't think anybody expects you to keep this up. It was a quarantine episode, and now that you've got another podcast that needs to keep going with it, I think nobody expects it to keep going. But if you want to, I think you could use Mondays as a best of. Like you remember an old episode that was funny? Play that, but I don't think you need to keep running.
This is the one, though. Of all the episodes I would rerun, this is like the OG. Like, it's going to be bad. The audio quality was
run
bad.
that one.
I fucking sucked. And I'm not saying I'm good at hosting a podcast now. I'm bad. Obviously, you guys know how off topic we get on everything we say, Robert, right? Like, this was like when Curtis and I didn't fucking know what this podcast was. Let's just talk to a vampire.
Yeah, dude, run that one on Monday, but don't feel obligated to keep doing it, dude. You've got other obligations now.
I think I may do that.
Now you've got other void fillers.
Temporarily,
by the way,
this may be the other one. Maybe we all just get into Big Brother, right, guys?
We've got something else coming out on Mondays now, too.
Oh, yeah, Robert's podcast. That's what
exactly.
That's what we pushing. Robert, again,
so
where can we follow that? Where can we follow that? Where do we subscribe?
You can subscribe anywhere you listen to podcasts, and you can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at A Recent Study Pod.
I'm so excited.
I already subscribed and unsubscribed 5 times.
I've subscribed like 15 times, yeah.
No, literally when you guys were talking about it, I just kept hitting subscribe for like 2 minutes.
Also, shout out to Robert for the cover art, just as somebody that also does our cover art. Like, your girlfriend just has the glasses as her like outline, and then Robert's like, I have eyebrows. This is my outline. Like Robert's isn't like an outline of his face. It's just Robert's eye. It's just like eyebrows.
Which, by the way, it's not like your eyebrows are super pronounced. It's just a funny picture.
No, my eyebrows are my signature move.
Is it?
Are your eyebrows a move?
Yep, everybody knows
my signature move.
Everybody knows when you think Robert Barbosa, you think eyebrows.
I will say a server told me like 4 years ago that I've got nice eyebrows, and I've held on to that forever, where I'm like, you know what? I've got nice eyebrows. That's a feature that I have.
All I know is people have said I have nice eyes. Other than that, I'm a complete piece of shit. So the one good thing is maybe my eyes.
Yeah, because other than that, you're fat. Like, bro, you're gross. Stop eating.
I know. All right, let's move along. So vampires, why can't they see their reflections if their hair is so neat?
No, because you don't need a mirror to comb your hair.
They can just feel it. They can just feel it. Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
You don't need a mirror to comb your hair. All right, moving on. Josh Tree Coddle at Joshua Tree 713. He says, "What is the male equivalent of buying a woman flowers?" Now, Pat, you had a very sexist response.
Silence, bro. Now, in my defense, when I read this question, I was at work and I had a server. This was before
Oh,
we opened.
that's what he would call it. We call women. We call them women here, Pat.
Just chewing my ear off, and she's known as one of the. We have plenty of servers.
We call them women here, Pat.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Not
Do you assume
servers?
I'm sorry. Do you assume all people that serve you are women? You sexist.
You just said she.
Because not all of our servers are women.
But you just said server she. So
I did.
You
I
lived up to
did,
that
and I will
stereotype.
admit that all of our servers actually are women right now. But she was just chewing my ear off, and I read that question. It goes, "What can women give you?" And the first thing that popped in my head was silence. No, obviously, no.
Okay.
Actually, I will say that's the second thing that popped in my question. Because when you read online, hey, what can a girl give her guy that is the equivalent to flowers? Every guy, the first thing that pops in your head is blowjob.
That'd be a solid.
It's
answer,
blowjob.
I guess.
But I didn't want to be that crass.
Robert, what
don't
would
know
you
why.
say is the male equivalent? Like, Robert's a good read because Robert is not corrupted like us. Robert's got he's centered.
Brenner.
Brunch. No, honestly, I have no idea. Like, I was just thinking something stereotypical, like maybe like beer was what you guys
Tickets
might
to a
say.
game.
But for you, Robert, what would you just like a nice meal? Like a
I
nice
guess so.
home cooked meal?
Yeah, because like I feel like it's got to be like equivalent, also like in price. You know, you're not normally spending over like I don't know $30 on like.
What if it was not an expensive meal, but
Like,
also
actually,
like sex?
That works for me. Oh, I mean,
Because I feel like if you just throw any sort of sex, because like, and I don't want to be that guy, but I'm being that guy. Like, I feel like fellas, like when guys want to have sex, it's like I get it. Like guys want to have sex all the time, but like if your girl was just like, all right, let's go.
But
I don't think there's any guy that's gonna be like, no, not now.
I don't think that's equivalent.
That's the obvious answer.
I would 100% say it's equivalent.
That's
I
the
would not
obvious
give a fuck.
answer, though. But I think
if you were gonna give me flowers or sex, I would be like, please, sex every single time.
No,
right, because that's above.
But if you were a girl and I gave you flowers or sex, I think girls would rather have flowers because it's more thoughtful, and girls are more thoughtful based. Where
hold on, actually,
like, I just want to feel good.
I'm with Robert here to where it is not equivalent. Flowers to a chick and just saying, do you want to have sex to a guy? It's a little different. Flowers are just a nice gesture. I think what it would be is a home cooked meal. Just like, hey, you know, if you got her flowers for her birthday, which is, by the way, do not just get her flowers for her fucking birthday. But like, if for my birthday she was like, hey, I just want to cook you a nice meal, I'd be like, that's awesome. Because I don't do anything for my birthday anyway. I just like, if you're gonna cook me something that's nice, and I don't have to go out anywhere and see anybody, but it's something I appreciate the thought of. That's what flowers are. It's appreciating
Is birthday
the
sex
thought.
not like the best though? Like,
I mean, we're trying to. You keep trying to equate sex and flowers, and we're trying to take it to a now where, of course, everything for a dude is going to be sex or a blowjob. Yep, that's the appropriate gift, and I'm happy with it.
yeah. So let's just go with that.
Okay, yeah. I'm trying to give alternative answers, but it keeps coming back to that. So yeah,
just like a blowj.
Yeah.
At the like, if you just want him to shut up and just like, you know, just. I'm not saying only if you want to, ladies. Only if you 100% want to. We're not forcing anybody in anything here. All right?
Technically, it would be a beige or her on top because flowers require no effort from them. And if it's going to be equivalent, it would be no effort from us.
Girl on top would be tight. Yeah.
And maybe a nice chicken.
Work.
And maybe a nice homemade chicken parmesan.
Afterwards, yes, that would be fantastic. Then I would just be in absolute heaven. It's a good
or
question,
maybe taco.
Josh.
Hey, maybe double up on the same thing, Taco Tuesday.
You never know. Our next question is from our buddy Uziel Lara at Lil Uzi27 on Twitter. And Uziel says, which anthem song is best? Personally, I think International Players Anthem by UGK is the best. So, song with the like word anthem in it, or is it an anthemic song? Because I was just assuming songs that had the name anthem in them. In which case, I would go Blink-182 Anthem Part 2. Everything has fallen to pieces.
Ah,
Everything's dying. Help me, Jesus.
I would
Isn't
disagree.
there a good Charlotte song? Something.
This
anthem?
is the anthem. Throw all your hands up. Y'all got to feel me. Sing if you're with me. Another loser anthem. Whoa. Yeah, no.
I mean,
that-
another
honestly,
banger.
And I am Blink-182
Anthem
is my
of Our
favorite
Dying
band of
Day.
all time, only behind AC/DC. And I would choose that anthem song over Blink's anthem.
Really?
I would. I like that one even more. But, bro, it's international players anthem.
Agreed.
It's international players anthem. There's not even a fucking question to this.
Oh, no. See, I mean, there's the Rational Anthem, number one party anthem, party rock anthem, Rough Riders anthem. Oh.
No. Not the number one party anthem. It goes, which anthem song
No,
is
there's
the
party
best?
rock anthem, I said.
No. You said anthem party song. I think you misspoke. That's what you said, though. But which anthem song is the best?
What, D?
Oh, bro, Rough Riders is great, though, too. Stop! Drop! Turn around, open up shop!
Oh,
Whoa!
no. That's a Rough Riders roll. Maybe is that it?
No, I'd still say it's International Players Anthem.
Hmm.
Andre 3000 and UGK, dude. Bro, that song hits on so many different
No,
levels.
I get you. I mean, also, I think, are we overlooking the national anthem?
Yeah, it's not the best anthem, though. It is a great anthem. It's not the best.
Oh, really? It was just what our nation chose as its anthem? That was not a good enough one?
I mean, they also didn't have International Players Anthem as a choice.
They do now. And they didn't never change it.
I've never heard any of these other songs, so I'm gonna go with the good Charlotte.
I mean,
one.
it has been said that we're looking for a new national anthem, and I think International Players Anthem might be a good choice.
I think Rough Riders anthem. Rough Riders anthem, DMX, my final choice. Robert going with Good Charlotte's, and then Pat, what are you going with? Players? All right. So Pat's gonna go.
I
with
know
National
we
Players
can't.
anthem.
I know we can't play too much before it gets copyrighted, but yeah, dude, it's International Players Anthem. That's what
Right.
it is.
We're all gonna agree to disagree, and then we got one final question.
Hold on. So I said International Players Anthem. You said Rough Riders Anthem. Did Robert even make
Good
a
Charlotte,
suggestion?
the anthem.
I think that has to be put to the poll, and then maybe an other. We got to
All
leave
right,
an other.
Somebody make that poll, not me.
Pat, make that.
I'll
poll.
try right now, but I'm gonna
Pat,
fuck this
make
up.
that poll. All right. Our final answers question this week is from our buddy Brandon Whitehead at Brando Whitehead on Twitter. He says, which one is worse? Fake tough guy, I want to fight you in baseball or basketball?
I'm gonna say
I think this is a
basketball.
Joe Kelly related question.
I'm gonna say basketball because the fake tough guy fighting in basketball is usually the guy that's on the court that wants to talk shit and expects you not to reply to him.
Yeah.
Like in baseball, it's just fans talking shit in the stands, but in basketball, it's like you're playing a pickup game. The dude is playing dirty, throwing elbows, backing underneath you while you're going up for a rebound and talking shit. And then when you get in his face, that's when he's the fake tough guy that doesn't want to do anything about it. That's the one that's worse. Because in the stands, when you're yelling back and forth, it's understood. You're not fighting. You're just yelling back and forth. But when you become physical with it, like in basketball, that's when you're the fake tough guy. Because nobody plays
I would say basketball
pickup
more
baseball
so.
games.
And basketball, yeah. I mean, basketball is more, there's just more contact in it, I would say. So, yeah, I would go basketball. Robert, what about you? I feel like you're going to disagree with us on this.
No, I'm gonna go basketball too.
Oh, really? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because baseball, I was going to say, like, if you want to get physical with somebody, physical tough guy could be something like a Joe Kelly where you're throwing at someone. But, like, you don't really got to put yourself out there. And, like, fake tough guy in basketball, you're much more likely to have a referee come and break things up than you are in baseball. But you're also more likely in baseball, I think, to have your teammates break it up, which helps you out. Because I know I'm not a fight guy, I was a fighter guy, I would totally rather be in baseball because you'd have like all your teammates back there.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd be like, yeah, fuck you. And then like everybody runs out. Cause that's what I thought was like, as like, I don't like as a fan of the Yankees that is impartial to, I fucking hate the Dodgers. And I root for the Astros if the Yankees don't win, even though the Astros have kind of been assholes as of late to my team. But like, I don't know. I think that like what happened last night with Joe Kelly and everything, I think that like, if that was basketball, it's quicker and it's much more dealt with easily as opposed to baseball where it was like he was walking to the dugout, this happened. I don't really even think that like there was going to be a brawl because people didn't want to get suspended regardless. I think it's easier to be fake tough guy in basketball because you get stopped faster. There's less people.
Well, especially because on the courts,
getting somebody taken out. So yeah.
And on the courts, like if it's a pickup game, people will fuck you up.
Oh, yeah.
You want to act tough and be a dickhead?
You'll just take an elbow.
You can try
on.
and back away all you want, but someone will swing on you.
That's like, I love that hockey wasn't an option in this because hockey, it's like, you'll just die. Like, they'll murder you.
No, there's no such thing as a fake tough guy in hockey because hockey, they make you answer for what you do.
That's cool because you're going to get a hip check out of the blue in the next game and you're just going to fucking hate it. So just don't do that. Don't fuck around.
Yeah. All right, real quick before I tweet this out, I know we already said it and we're like 2 things past it. International Players Anthem, Rough Riders Anthem, Anthem Good Charlotte, and Anthem Part 2, Blink-182. Those were the 4?
Yeah, put the artists.
I did. Unfortunately for International Players Anthem, all I could fit was UGK. I can't fit.
Or INTL Players
Yeah,
Anthem.
no. INT apostrophe
UGK,
Players Anthem,
everybody gets.
UGK.
It's Houston. Everybody gets
They'll know. And then Rough Riders Anthem, DMX, Anthem Good Charlotte, and Anthem Part 2, Blink-182. Those are the 4?
Yeah, that works.
All right. Sent.
Cool. All right. That was it, though, guys. That was our answers segment. Hashtag PTG answers at Pass the Grade Pod. I'm at Alex J. Middleton. Pat's at Not Pat D. And Robert is at Robert Barbosa 03. Please, please, please go. Make sure you're subscribed to Pass the Grade Podcast. If you're subscribed, unsubscribe and resubscribe. Make sure you tweet us a picture of you being subscribed to us, as well as Robert's podcast. Robert, where can they follow your podcast as well?
At A Recent Study Pod on Twitter and Instagram.
And then subscribe to it. Recent Study Podcast, right?
Yes, A Recent Study Suggests.
Recent Study Suggests, you're right. And then Pass the Grade Bro coming out Monday or Tuesday next week. It's going to be dope. Big Brother's happening. Hashtag PTG Big, was it hashtag PTG BB pool? Hit us up. Let me know if you want to be in the Big Brother pool. And then hit me up for that scholarship. If you bought anything for PassGradeMerch.com, screenshot what you purchased or send me a picture of you in your gear, and I will pick one of you guys. I will buy your CBS All Access subscription for the summer so you can watch Big Brother, but you have to watch Big Brother. I love you guys. You guys are fucking awesome. Thank you for sticking with us. And anybody else got anything?
No, man. Just have a good week, you guys. And
Fuck
get
the Dodgers.
geared the fuck up.
Fuck the Dodgers. Let's go Rockets. Let's go Rockets. Rockets is happening this weekend. And other than that, yeah, you guys have a good one and pass the gravy. Yeah. Bitches.
I can see you standing, honey, with his arms around your body, laughing, but the joke's not funny at all.